Welcome to Oops. If everybody can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Welcome to Alley Top Files. Can you hear me? Let me know if the audio is good. And then I will. Yes, thumbs up. Good. Okay. So, what's happening today is I'm just going to be streaming a live space. In case people on YouTube don't have it, people have asked me to do this. I should be live on the space in 5, 2, 8. No, wait, 3 or 4 minutes. You can hear me? Okay, great, perfect. Then I will go in there. So get in there. This is my first time doing this, so hopefully I do it right. Don't hate me if I don't do it right. So I'll be in a different room, but I'm streaming the space that I'm in. Does that make sense to everybody? And I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Shabbat Shalom. So follow Anna, Escobar Show, and Wendy. They invited me to this space. And I have I should do members live after this because I have some great stuff coming. So maybe you guys tell me in the chat if you want me to do one today or tomorrow. And what time is it? It's almost time. 2 more minutes. I've watched the Tucker Elizabeth Lane episode. What'd you guys think of that? It was and Gary is away for the weekend. He's doing some kind of shooting range, I don't know, teaching or seminar, coaching or training, for people. So he's not here. I was surprised I didn't hear anything from Gary. But it's happening. So just gonna mute myself for 1 second. Stand by. We are doing a live feed from X whenever I get in there. Can I play recording? I don't play recording. Is that it? Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna go in there. Am I in there?
It died.
What died?
The actual space.
What do you mean? Hold on.
I have to go into X. Give me a second.
Go in there and see if you can get into it yet. The X live died? Oh, man.
Yes, it did.
She didn't do it right, maybe. What does that mean?
She had a bad connection or something, but it died. She has to restart.
Oh, I should host it. Maybe I should tell her. Hold on. She didn't do it right, I guess. She says I have to recreate the space. Okay, so just stand by. Just stand by, guys. Can you guys hear me? I'm so sorry, guys. You gotta wait now. I might have to host it. Hold on. The last time I did one was so long ago. Are you kidding me? Where do you go for that again? I forgot how to do it. Hold on. Anyone? Wait, did she do another one? Okay, somebody's in there. So she sent me the link. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Did it work now? I don't know. Give me one moment in time. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there, guys. I don't know if I'm going to get echo. If I'm going to get an echo, I'm going to just stop this whole thing. So, how do I do this? If this doesn't work, guys, I apologize, and I'll try to figure out a way to do it. Maybe you can play it from here like this for me with your phone.
Just laptop.
Yeah. So they can hear it, but they won't be able to see anything. You know what I mean? Because let's see what happens when I do this.
Breathing heavy, like.
Oh God, you can hear me breathing. I'm
No,
so
I couldn't.
embarrassed.
No. It wasn't like that.
Let's see if
Like,
I can let's see if I can get in now. Hold on.
Stop.
Oh my God. Hold on.
I'm
It
gonna
sounds
try.
like
I'm gonna try.
yeah.
she's more like she's got a lot of air coming out of her nose. Like she's like a fire breathing dragon. Like I can't even, unless the mic is like just really good and picking up under your nostrils. I mean, it's impressive.
Oh, yay, there's Allie. Well, at least we have a little bit of tech
Did I
genius
get?
heading our
Did I get
way.
her? Did I get her? Invited to co-host.
Well, that I don't know.
Oh, it says I'm allowed up to 2 co-hosts. So what do I do?
You can take one of us off if you want. It's fine.
I'll just give you a mic. Just give me a second. Is that okay?
Well, she's gonna be better about muting people than I am. I'm too much of a, she should
Do
be
you
the
want?
one who
Okay.
mutes
So
people.
you want me
Here,
to
let
put
me
you
try
as
to
a
go
speaker
in.
and leave Rio and Allie, or what do you want me to do?
No, I gotta
Yeah,
go
you
in
can
here now.
put,
Take this away.
her as the co-host so she can mute everybody, and then I'll just be on as a speaker.
Okay, just go.
All right, Anna. Hold on one second. Just give me a half a second to figure this out. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, guys.
And I might have to dip partway. I'm gonna stay on as long as I can. But just FYI.
Not a problem. Okay. Is everybody kind? Oh wait, hold on. Let me get Anna back in here as a speaker. All right. Okay. Are we all? We're all good. All 4 of us are good now, right?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Wendy, can
I can hear
Wendy,
you now.
oh, there we go. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thanks for letting me be co-host. This is like a first.
Of course, of course. Allie, I was looking at what you posted with. Can y'all still hear me? I was looking at what you posted, Allie, with the German people and the.
Looks like we're off to the races,
Can
everybody.
everybody hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, I can
Okay.
hear you.
You're good, girl.
I was looking at what you were posting, the video with the German people in the background, and I had Chat GPT translate that for me. I don't know if you actually got a translation or not.
No, yes, somebody did post something on my page saying nobody should go to the Charlie Kirk event or something like that. And it's
Well,
in German?
Yeah, so they said something about like 900 students signed a position. I mean a petition, and they said something about bodyguards. I can add it to the chat if you want.
Yeah, I can add it to the like above us. Just give me
Okay.
a moment. Yeah, if anybody else wants to talk, I'm just gonna add that now.
Yeah, if anybody wants a mic, just request it. I don't know how to like just give everyone a mic, or I would.
I don't know exactly what these photos are. I was thinking I saw some that were in Spanish, I thought, but I didn't hear about any that were in German.
Well, there were 2 guys that were like talking in the background. The one where you posted a video, Allie, of somebody sitting in Charlie's chair. I can't remember the name. TBI brain. I know his name. I just can't. Rick Cutler or somebody like that, or Dan Flood maybe.
Mhm.
Anyways,
It's Dan Flood. Dan
yeah,
Flood.
and in the background there are guys speaking in German, and that's what I had ChatGPT translate was what was in German.
Yeah, I asked people in my post if they can help me because I didn't know if it was Dutch or German or Swedish. It was just so bizarre. Because I'm looking at Dan Flood, and he was sitting in. He was aligning the chair. He was aligning position, and then he sits in it. I know I saw somebody else also sit in that chair, but he was positioning it. He was fixing it, and I found that long time ago. But today I found him sitting in the chair, and also the German language. I didn't know what language it was, so I was asking everybody in the chat, "Can you tell me what language this is?" So a person that's German, a couple of people said it's German, and then someone translated it, and someone said, "Hold on a second." It, they said, sorry, just give me 1 second because I know
Of
I
course.
literally know I know I screenshotted it. I'm not. Anna knows that I would do that.
Exactly. We love someone who's on top of it with keeping good records.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of alarming that he said, people said not to come to this. That's what the guy was kind of.
Yeah,
Doing.
yeah. He
Okay,
said
here I got it.
900 people signed a petition.
He said, "I hope this helps." It's German. The two talking males at the end of mention that a message was sent not to attend Charlie Kirk event, and the entire school decided to show up. Somewhere there are a lot of witnesses in one school. Sounded like LIVO school or something. So there is a different person talking a different language. I don't know if anybody picked this up before. So I was looking at, you know how you find one thing and then you go and then you find something else?
Yeah.
This always happens to me. I'm trying to find something and I find something else. So it's bizarre. Who are these German people and why? I don't know.
Yeah, and then the one that I had ChatGPT translate said that somebody had 900 students had signed a petition for Charlie Kirk not to attend, something about the same school that you mentioned, and then at the end it said something about his bodyguard being there, like bodyguards being there.
Yeah, I did hear how do you say that in German? I have no idea. If
I had
anybody
no,
in the
I have
chat
no
hears
idea.
German, maybe I'll ask this guy to join because he's the one who's German. There's a couple of ladies in the chat that said they were German as well. So it is German.
Okay. Yeah,
We agree
it
on
is
that.
German for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's my second latest post.
I don't
Not the
think I've
first
had
one,
to
but the
yet.
second.
I'm about to go
Pardon?
and I'm about to go look at it, Ollie, just because I haven't had a chance to see it yet. I'm so sorry. I've been deep in the data all day long, so I haven't even jumped on socials. So I want to go check it out. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to.
I don't know how you do that, Anna. I would have such a headache doing the job that she does.
I'll just
Honestly,
post it in the comments here.
Oh, can you put it in the purple pill? As I understand, that's kind of a thing.
How do we do that again? I know how
I
to
don't
do it. I
see the
just haven't
purple
done
pill
it in a long
online.
time. How do I add it above? I know how to do that, but I just forgot in this one instant. No,
Oh
no,
my
no.
gosh, you're just
I've
like
done
me.
it before. I've done it before. It's just like it's in the so it's in the comments. It's in the purple
It's in
pill,
the purple
but
pill.
it's in the
Okay.
purple pill, but I want to add it at the top. You know,
I'm
at the
gonna
top.
show you what ChatGPT sent me as well as a translation. It's in there.
you guys have no idea. I think you've given me too much power because I'm sitting over here with the ability to mute everyone and I feel like a dictator. I'm like, what if I just did this just to see if it works?
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, just for a moment. Like,
No,
anyway,
Have fun, girl. Have fun.
no. I would do it for 2 seconds, but I was like, I don't want to interrupt the chat for something stupid like that. But like, power corrupts, I guess. Anyways, go on.
Oh my gosh, Prime Minister Rio is already wielding her power. Everyone, let this
Listen.
be a lesson.
Listen, I would only do it to push I love pushing the envelope just a little bit as like like the edginess of it. I think it's like funny, you know, and it's anyways, but I wouldn't if I were your dictator, if y'all elected me as your dictator, I would not mute you very long. 2 seconds, that's all.
Of course, of course.
How magnanimous of you, Rio. We really appreciate that.
Thanks.
Can you see, Allie, where I put the translation that ChatGPT gave me for it? I knew it was German. My son is bilingual, and well, I mean, he learned it when he was in Germany, but he knows a little bit. So I knew it was German just by the way they were speaking.
Okay, I didn't know at
Or I
first. I thought it
assumed.
was
I
like
mean, I'm
I
not a
thought it was like
professional.
Dutch. I don't know. You never know, right?
Yeah,
I could be
exactly.
wrong. That's why I wanted to ask anybody if they
Hey, Amber.
heard it. So hold on a second.
I feel like interestingly enough, like the international information that we get, a lot of the good stuff I've seen throughout, not just like this case, but with the adrenochrome thing, came out of
Mhm.
Germany. It all comes out of Germany.
Yeah. Yep. I definitely agree with you there. I just think it was such an awesome find. Like I would have never. Some part of me just thought, oh, they're just kind of talking, mumbling a little bit. I didn't even catch that it was a foreign language until you said that, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, like I said, I was looking for something else, and then uh, I have this thing where I analyze every little thing on the wall like that, like I'm like that. So I'm listening to people. My brain just goes a mile a minute. I'm like picking up all these things. There's people in the crowd. He's walking by, and then because the clip is kind of long, I just clipped it to the important part, and I just heard him say hi, and then I'm focusing on Dan Flood and other people in the crowd, and then he starts talking in a different language, and I'm like, oh, all I heard him say was, we're focused on other things in the video, like the tent area and that kind of stuff. We forget that there's people talking in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And when I heard that, I go, oh, I don't think this was ever noted, right? Like I haven't heard of anybody else talking about this, so I decided to post it. And there was another thing I found today going down the
Please
same thing.
share.
Oh my gosh. So like a different
Hi,
a different
Critter. It's
video
Chris here.
looking
Thank you
at.
very
So I was
much for
trying to
that
find
gifted
something else and I found
membership.
this. So I don't know if you guys have seen like when the hit happens, everybody falls down and they run and whatnot. But a lot of the crowd pictures and videos, you see people praying. Do you got are you guys with me?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. Yes.
Just give me a thumbs up if everybody's seen that. It's not just one instant. Like a lot of people got down and say, "Let's pray," and they start praying
Right.
right after the hit. So this particular video, she crouches down, but it looked kind of no, I don't know if I don't want to say staged allegedly,
Hey, guys.
but
Chris is here with you. This has
they go,
started
oh my
about
God, and they
15
go
minutes
down and
ago.
I
Okay.
see
It's only been going
this
for
girl
about
on the left,
15
she's
minutes.
redheaded and she looks like she's preparing for something. I go, okay, well, that's weird. And I keep looking. And now I'm really analyzing the video because the video just goes so fast and people are moving their camera. But I pause it at this one part and I go, did that person they're crouching down praying, did he just turn on her Apple Watch to show the time?
Oh, that's weird.
He pushed it. So she has her watch and it's like you're with your partner and you're crouching down and he touches it with his finger and he holds it to turn it on. Now, anybody has an Apple Watch, I need your help because like um I I don't know what the numbers are on the side and I could put it now in the purple pill. Just give me one moment. It could be nothing, but also I thought it was bizarre. And then, Jack Posobiec, he was mentioning 1223. The whole thing is 1223 for me is it's biblical. It's the hour Jesus, his coming death. So
That is wild.
So I already showed that during court. I go, do you guys know what 1223 is? 1223. I do everything, even the IM 16, 916.
What is that?
I also broke that down too because Erica's so biblical with everything. So I took the 1223. The
Hi,
1223 is
guys.
when he
I don't
got
know if you can hear me
hit.
over the X space,
And
but this
I
is what
can't
we're
believe
covering
somebody
tonight.
turned
We're
their
covering
watch
the X
on
space,
and it
guys.
showed 1223. I just got goosebumps. I said, what the heck? Who would push their watch
That seems
and
very
turn the
plain. I mean, planned. Why would you push your watch in that moment?
I have no idea. And then I don't know what the numbers are on the side. So I'll put it in the purple pill now and you guys can like let me know.
You know what's really sick about this is that they planned it for this exact time. Like they planned all of the things around the numbers and stuff. Like I think they were gonna try to
All right, great guys. This is what
draw
we're
parallels
covering tonight. Is we're going to cover
him
this
and a
X
Christ
space that's
figure,
going
to
on
be
live.
honest.
I
And then,
It's only
you know,
about
I thought
10
that
or
from the
15
as a matter
minutes
of fact,
into
I
it.
put that in
Okay.
my notes the day he passed. I said there's something with this with like Jesus and right. I honestly I
Yeah.
expected them in 3 days to say, "Oh, just kidding, he's not really dead." I mean, I really did.
oh yeah, right. And also, like 9/10 is so close to 9/11, and September for this country is just like a really rough month as it is. And so it's not lost on me that it was the day before 9/11.
For sure. I thought the same exact thing. You did too, right, Allie?
Yes, definitely. I don't know what you guys are doing today. I was just going over like crowdsourced videos and stuff like that. I don't know if everybody can see it in the comments, but it looks like so those two videos that I posted today, looks like Dan Flood is sitting on the chair, positioning himself and then he gets up, and I already knew this from before he touched the chair. He repositions the chair, but there's the video footage of him before he touches the chair. He sits in the chair. And I'm like, okay, that's really bizarre. And yeah, like the Apple Watch. I don't know if anybody can help me with the numbers because it says 12/23/44, but then underneath
Thank
it
you,
says
Critter KC, for that
2004.
gifted
Is that
membership.
20? Is that 04?
The
Does
coverage
anybody
tonight
know
is going to be
what that
Charlie
means?
Kirk investigation, obviously, ladies and
I don't
gentlemen.
have an
that-
Apple Watch. I wouldn't
And
be
we
able to
are
read it, so there's no
discussing
point in
a
spending the
video
money
that
on it.
Ali found
I
with
know.
some
I'm a droid person over here.
people in other language
Yeah.
Oh,
that were
Lord.
discussing something
Anybody
going
in the
on.
chat have
We're
an
also going to
Oh,
Apple?
bring up
wait,
anything
I mean, I
new
thought it
and
was like
relevant as
heartbeat,
well.
maybe heartbeat or something.
hang on a second, Allie. I'm trying to find it right now. You said you.
I don't believe any of the other ladies are
Yeah.
also streaming this. I believe it's
I
I
Ali
lost the purple
only.
pill again. I don't know
And
how now.
so Wendy
While
started the
while
space
Anna
with
is looking
Anna,
for it, I wanted to just
and
quickly
Ali
like bring
joined
up
in as a
something that just
guest.
hit me
And
hard
Rio
last
is
night.
also in the house
And it
from
was kind
the
of
stream
after
yesterday.
Candace broke the idea of that the ER was cleared out. I'm wondering if an alternative situation was a mass shooting situation, and then they decided differently at the last minute. And the reason why I say that is that would also explain like having the ER cleared out. On top of that, they did this in an open carry state where they wanted to pin it on gun violence, and they had no metal detectors there, and they had like the perfect arena for like a mass shooting episode. And the security was only at 6 security guards that day. I remember that during the cross examination. So I'm like, yes, all the things lead up to like, ideal situation for Charlie, but at the same time, I wonder if it was an alternative to all this, and it would have made it just so much harder to pin this down on like what we're doing now.
No, I agree with that. And one of the reasons that I think that that's possible is they even let it up to that fact when he says when the question that was asked of Charlie, it was definitely a setup for a mass casualty event.
Yeah.
I believe in my heart.
I do too. And it's just like I hadn't thought about that at first, but why an open carry state with no metal detectors with and then the narrative was they were pinning it on gun violence furries, and then the question that was asked was about gun violence. And of course, we know now that when they stage it being like an attack from the left, it's about gun violence, right? And like, yeah, it's eerie, and thank you, Jesus, that not more people died in this. But yeah, I wonder what happened last minute. I don't know. I just think it's so funny.
I cannot be the only person who's hearing that. Am I? I can't be.
No,
Yeah.
I had
Hey,
to mute.
hey,
I had to
Shiloh.
mute you, Shiloh. You were really echoing bad. Nobody could understand you.
I was like, wow.
Hey,
it sounds-
Shiloh. Shiloh, babe, you might be on like AirPods, or you might be in a bathroom, or maybe you're in your car and it's giving feedback. So check that.
I was just going to say that I did think it was interesting that they had the other man who was, or I guess actually the only man who was observed at the scene with a weapon was that man who was in a lab coat, the one who's dressed as Dr. What's his name, Kennington, if I'm not mistaken. And I think he was actually the only person who was caught with an actual weapon that day, that disassembled shotgun, right?
Yeah, and what was weird is he was released on no bail.
I didn't even know how much, how long he was in for.
I
And
don't
why
think it was for very long. I think it was the same day, if I'm not mistaken.
and why are we surprised? I mean, other than, normal protocol would say you would, detain someone longer than that, but they only had Lance Twiggs detained for 6 hours, and then Zechariah Qureshi, like, just kind of here, there,
Going
nothing.
hospital to hospital, right? Was he the man who was caught going hospital to hospital trying to find Charlie, quote unquote?
They said that was an
And
FBI
yes,
agent, right?
I don't know if that makes me
really,
feel better.
I didn't.
And it doesn't make
I
me feel
know.
better either. But in the police tapes, they're talking back and forth. They're trying to figure out who this guy is. He shows up at Tempanato, I believe, and the officers go out to the vehicle that he's in, and they
You're
said,
right.
"Oh, I'm FBI," and so they kind of dropped
You're
it.
right. You're right. That's what I heard too. Okay, so now I don't know if that was Zechariah Qureshi that they were after, because you're right. I had heard that they had done this like long kind of chase, and they didn't want to like disturb the young guy. And then they kind of like confronted him, I guess, at the hospital, and he said he was FBI. So
Which
I'm
I still don't know
confused.
why FBI would not know what hospital he's at, would run away instead of just answering the other officers' questions. That doesn't make any sense at all to me.
No, I think he told the local law enforcement he was FBI and probably had a badge. I don't think that local law enforcement. I'm gonna like, until proven guilty or whatever. I think local law enforcement probably was just reacting in the way that they were trained to.
Hey guys, I just wanted to jump in. Are you sure that that's not the one Candace said got pulled over on one of those rental cars and they said, "Oh, I'm FBI," and they let him go?
Honestly,
Right, I do
that was so
remember
long ago
that.
when she brought that up.
I don't remember.
I remember.
I
'Cause I
am
think
working
think
on
that
going back over it. There's so
okay.
much. Yeah, but good point.
Yes.
I think that might have been who it was. But I'm not sure what happened to Zachariah Crushy. I think Baron mentioned that they went back to his apartment
Yeah,
and was looking
he
for
was
him
at
at
his
some
apartment, I
time or
believe.
something like that.
Zachariah was at his apartment. The other people, I believe, now I'm telling you, I could be wrong on this because I don't exactly remember all of it. But the other guy was FBI, and they wound up at Timpanatus, and that's when they found out that they were FBI. And then I remember there was somebody that the
Okay,
nurse.
good distinction, because I think maybe we're all, this is coming to our forefront because of that episode Baron did. And I guess I got confused thinking that when they went to his apartment and then he left and he drove to the hospital, I thought that that was the same person, but it sounds like we're talking about two different people.
It could be. I'm not sure. There's so
Maybe.
much. I just wanted to point it out
And let me
just
say
in
this too.
case.
I haven't said anything about it because I can't confirm yet, but I got wind that Zechariah Qureshi is actually related distantly to one of the boys.
Okay, that makes sense. And then let me also say that, and nobody's really proven otherwise to me yet, and I've just kind of held on to this, that there was a nurse who called dispatch during all of this from the first hospital. I can't remember which hospital it was.
Furman, did you want to speak? I know you have your hand up.
Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I
Go
didn't
ahead.
want to change the topic, but to Allie, what she was saying earlier about the watch, I do think it's interesting that all of the security is wearing like smart wearables like Garmin's, Whoops, and Auras, because especially if you think there was electric shock involved, then it would make sense that they would you wouldn't need as much, I guess, voltage or current if you timed it with Charlie's heart rate. Like that's why people who get tased, sometimes their heart stops, or like a defibrillator works because it's it's timed with the heart. So I was just throwing that out there. I don't know if they would, because a lot of people in the crowd are wearing like Whoops and Garmin's and Apple Watches. So if they did have something like Stingray, where they can intercept data from the crowd or the security, then it would make sense that they could use AI to calibrate with Charlie's biophysical state, if that makes sense. But anyways, I don't want to change the topic, but y'all keep going.
That's an interesting topic. I wish you could elaborate a little bit more on it for me because I'm a little bit confused by it.
Yeah, so like Palantir, and I think Palantir, Anduril, Meta, and the Department of War have a contract with Whoop and Garmin and I think Apple to basically they're running a custom software, the security on their Apple Watches and Auras, so that their real-time geospatial data, like their real-time location and state, is being emitted uh, to an outside source. So, like, if someone has a peak anxiety, or someone passes out, or I mean, it would like it's just, I guess, a
Wow,
way.
that's very interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point. I've been thinking about the biometric data collection as an element of this, especially when it comes to, you know, uh, those different pieces of technology that we've observed there that, that we think might be connected and that isn't. So it's good to know that, of course, they're in the watches, right? And the rings. Were you saying that the security team were wearing Whoops and were wearing Aura rings, Herman?
Yeah, each security is wearing a different combination of smart glasses, Aura rings, Whoops, Garment. Like you'll notice, most of the security is wearing a watch and a Whoop. So like it's an intentional diversity of devices, which isn't uncommon for like a security detail based on my research. But yeah, they're all connected and synchronized. I think Brian Harpole referenced it. Wisha actually sent me, like, I don't know where it is with Sean Ryan, that interview, but he talks about how they're all going through the same app. So they're running a custom, it's called ATAC, through their phones, Meta glasses.
Can you spell that? Can you spell that for me just so I can follow along with it?
Yeah, it's the acronym ATAK.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, I put the stuff up above so everybody can see it there now, hopefully.
Oh yeah, awesome. Thank you. I see it now.
Okay. And does Patricia want to speak? I see her hand up.
Hi, everybody. So Allie, I just looked at my Apple Watch and the different faces, and I did post what I believe that face to be in the chat in response to your Apple face.
Hey Patty, it's so good
So-
to see you.
Yeah, hi. I actually go by Trisha.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. How would you know that?
So what do you think it is?
So you can change the face on your Apple Watch, and I did post it in response to the picture that Allie's got in there.
Yes, I see it. I see it. Oh, thank you.
So that particular face shows the time across the top, and you can see to the left.
Yeah, I
That's
added
your
it to
little
this.
activity ring.
Okay.
That looks like it's covered a little bit by something, and then it shows like your steps, your stand time, or I'm sorry, your steps. I think your active time and your floors, the floors that you've or stand activity. So
Okay.
I think that's what it's showing.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
just didn't know what the 2004 on the bottom was. Thank you. That helps quite a bit.
Yeah, I just looked through the Apple Watch faces, and I'm pretty sure that one's it. It makes sense because that's your little activity rings for the day as well.
Yes, I put it up there so everybody can see what Patricia's talking about. My only thing was the way he pushed the button, and so it said 12:23. And I've been working on this biblical. When I saw that, I got goosebumps. So I mean, he just pushed it. So if you guys watch that video, I don't know if somebody else would touch your watch and turn it on, because she didn't turn on her own watch. You know what I mean? So I just thought it was so weird. And they're saying pray, pray, pray. and then he pushes the button to turn the watch on, and then I saw that. So
So
I
I
don't know what it
wonder.
means. I just got
I
goosebumps. That's all.
I wonder if was that at the time of the shot,
Yeah.
Yes.
or I'm sorry,
Yes.
the Big
It,
Bang.
Yes.
I wonder if so if you don't do much with your watch for a while, it just goes like black, and you have to move it or touch the side for it to light back up. I wonder if it's possible the person pushed it to see the time and activate it.
Yeah, that is completely possible. It wasn't her that touched it. It was just, I don't know, it's just a vibe. I was weirded out
Trust your
by the way
vibe.
the person,
it's also
yeah, the
it's also
it's
like
just the way the person touched it with his knuckle. Um, everybody's like the camera's moving all over the place, and then all of a sudden it's not. It's just like, oh, I want to touch the button on the phone, and then now you see that time. It's almost just like I had to get that on camera. I had to get that
Right.
that time on camera is the vibe I'm getting. Why do I need to film the exact time the shot rang out? Do you know what I
Right.
it's
mean?
like when Dan Flood, it's like what contractors, or I should say like operators, do. Like after they kill bin Laden, the first thing they do is take a photo of
There you go.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that video is certainly that, but it could be on accident. Who knows? But yeah.
Well, we saw, oh gosh, who was it? Was it Brian Harpole who, made sure to turn on his meta glasses right after the shot went off, or he at least adjusts them?
Yeah,
I think
And
it was Dan Flood, right?
it was
Dan Flood?
Dan Flood, and he objectively, like, most definitely is pressing the camera button, I
Right?
think.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so
he is,
too.
because I have them, and that's exactly where the camera button is.
And Mikey
He-
McCoy, a lot of times, I don't know why, but like it seems like his timing of the photo he took of Charlie alive, like within 10 seconds of his death, I think he could have been videoing it happening. But it's
Yeah.
interesting that they took like a before and after photo.
And it's really weird. Yeah, I could put that up on the pill too, but it's really weird how the reactions of Dan
Hey guys,
and
behind the
Mikey looking
scenes
at
on
each other, and
X,
just how he
Forbidden
puts
Truths and I have
the
been
phone up
discussing
and just how he
whether
took the picture right
Charlie's
before.
death was live streamed via the
But
meta glasses
if
of
I
the
could play a
security
video
guards.
really quick,
That's something
or
we've
let
been
you guys listen to
theorizing.
it, what Jack says about 1223. Is that okay, everyone? Can I
Please,
share that?
please.
Okay, let's see if you guys can hear it. All right.
Go down, and he's in the prone position.
Can you guys hear that? Okay.
Yeah, he said go down and he's in the prone position.
Okay, so let me just rewind it again. I didn't know if you could hear it. I wanted to ask first. Okay. So this is like after court, that hearing on Friday, the last court date. He talks about 1223.
Go down, and he's in the prone position, and it's they have this clock, like the timestamp that's up. It's 12:20. I think it's 12:21, 12:22 when he first gets there, and I'm just sitting there like, stop the clock, like don't. Like trying to will time to stop. Like, don't get to 12:23. Like, just don't get to 12:23. And he gets to 12:23, and you see him take the shot, and he gets back up, and he runs across, and then you've seen the end of it already, where he makes the jump, but it's all there. Go down.
There you go. So that's always in my memory. He said that, the 1223. He said it about 4 or 5 times there. I don't know if you guys thought of that. And he's smiling.
I didn't think of that, but you're right. I mean, he's very specific to mention it.
Who was that?
Jack Posobiec, if I'm saying it right.
That's kind of what I thought, and they needed it at 12:23.
Yes. Bizarre. I don't
Wow.
know. They talk about 1223 all the time. I don't know if you really look it up and listen. Frank Turk says it all the time. Rob McCoy says it, and I do a Pastor Sunday all the time, every Sunday, and they say 1223 all the time. So I decided to look up that reference of what 1223 means biblically, And I was just like, okay, that's the end of Jesus's, the death. He's talking about that in John 12:23. So I just thought that was something to, because they're biblical here. Well, we are biblical here. So why not look it
Yeah,
up,
they do it
right?
with that. They do it with the number 33. Numbers are super important to them.
Yes, extremely.
Thank you so much, Debbie. Greatly
Did
appreciate
you find
you.
what you were looking
We
for?
miss you, sweetie. It's great to see you again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I think that I did. I was just trying to look more into that ATAC because that's really fascinating to me. As you guys know, I'm really into like trying to figure out if there's any of these military contracts or some of the technologies. So thank you, Furman, as always. It is appreciated for tips like that. And yeah, so I'm not me just being back into like looking through contracts. I'm on sam.gov.
Also, I was gonna say, Allie, to your point, to the timing and the numbers. There's a lot of people that do believe that September 11th is the Feast of Trumpets based on like prophecies and stuff. So, or like September 10th, 11th, because our calendar isn't perfect anymore. It's 365.24 days in a year, as opposed to like what the Bible, it used to be a perfect 360 or 364. So it like varies.
Furman, I love the pastor stuff. Do you know what 9:10 means?
What?
Teaches us that wisdom flows from worship. And Revelation 9:10, John has described a demonic horde as similar to locusts, having tails and stings with like scorpions, but also like horses with crowns, human faces, hair, lions, teeth, iron armor, and a roaring noise. That's just 9:10 if you look it up biblically.
Right, and actually in that chapter, if I'm correct, it talks about Apollyon right before that. Where it says,
Right.
you know the name Abaddon in the Hebrew, in the Greek, his name is Apollyon. But it's interesting because, well, it's a reference to the Antichrist, and so it's, to me, if you were gonna do a cult ritualistic murder of someone, you would do it on Jesus's birthday, which is the Feast of Trumpets, and you would basically, use a lot of Antichrist symbolism. But Revelation 12 is where the at least astronomical argument it is for like based on, I think it talks about of the Virgin Virgo constellation with the crown of 12 stars and the moon under her feet and the sun passing through that constellation is how, like, I don't know, the Antichrist is definitely gonna reveal, I think, himself on that day, September 10th, 11th. That's my take.
That's interesting to me. You know what's funny is I was raised up in church my whole entire life, like sleeping under the church pews. And the one thing that they always like stayed away from, shied away from, told us it was too hard for us to understand was Revelations. And so I'm just now starting to really get an idea of what Revelations is about.
Well, it's interesting too because I mean the Church of Latter-day Saints, like, that's what they're focused on, is like the latter days and prophecy. So, and then you combine that with Kabbalistic Judaism or a form of it, and it's like the perfect mixture of esoteric, I don't know, occult.
Yeah. And 9:10 in Hebrew means the external nature of the old Mosaic ritual laws, ceremonial washings, which were meant to last only a few until only until a new spiritual order has arrived. These are all just it's just very interesting to me because everything is everything she says is biblical, right? Everything that Turning Point Faith does is biblical, and every time she talks, it's biblical. So I'm just going down that and looking at 9:10, looking at 12:23, looking at times, like because they talk about the widow and Exodus 22:22. So and they're using that also to get out of things.
Wait, you said
Well, you
Exodus?
can't attack her
Exodus
because
22,
she's
22. Where's that from?
yeah. That's for the can't attack a widow.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. And hey, everybody, I'm back. Sorry if I was talking over people earlier. I couldn't hear anything, and it took my mic away. So I think the gods of the X space knew that I was tempted to mute everybody. So, anyways, I'm back. I apologize. And I was gonna say, I think that this is them mocking God, which is you know, God says he won't be mocked, and I think this is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
100%. Sorry, I was distracted for a second. I was trying to re-add you as a co-host. We don't know what happened. Anna pointed it out. We were trying to get you back in, Ria.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I was able to rejoin as a co-host, but it still took my mic away. I was like, this is so symbolic.
That's what you get for trying to play with that mute button.
Don't make me use it now.
See,
Allie,
this is exactly.
another
Yes, Brendan.
another verse that I've been thinking about so much lately as it relates to Erica is Jude 1:9. It's talking about the story of Moses's body, and there's a lot of theologians that interpret that verse as Satan was searching for Moses's body, and Michael the archangel actually hid Moses's body because for whatever reason, like Satan needed it for something. So I don't know. I think that's another potential flipped meaning of scripture.
Yeah,
That is so
that
smart.
is so freaking good. Yeah. Well, I do the Pastor Sundays every Sunday, as Furman knows. Sometimes he comes in and joins. The lion has been. I did about 3 or 4 videos now about her referencing the lion, the Judah lion. Well, for me, this is the turning point. It's like a turn. It's Judeo-Christian, and they're trying to do that. That's the new turning point for me. That's what I think they're doing, because religion has a lot to do with all of this. If nobody thinks so, I don't know what to tell you,
Oh my gosh.
because yeah.
So here's what really, really, really bothers me. It's like a twofold thing. One, they have taught everyone in the United States, all American Christians, through like a Judeo lens, which was completely man-made. So that's bothersome, and they infiltrated us very well. Secondarily, I do not think that all Jews are evil. I think that I think they are not even Jewish. That's the thing. They're not even Jewish. They are using like religion as a shield, and they're actually satanic creatures. So that it bothers me a lot. Yeah.
Oh, I agree with that. Even in Revelations, it says that they will say that they're Jews and they're not. They're not Jews. I know that Revelation says that. I just can't give you the exact verse.
It's a letter.
Oh, I know it does.
And there's also another letter. I think it might be the same one. It's to Pergamum. And God is basically like, Satan, I know where your throne is. Like, I know where you live, basically. And he's referencing the temple or the altar in Pergamum, it was like the largest altar to a god at the time. And it was Zeus's altar. And I think there's also probably some subliminal references. That's why we see lightning a lot. But yeah.
Yeah. If you guys have not read the book of Enoch, there's a really good version. You're going to probably have to order. I mean, if anybody wants a recommendation for a really good little book on it, because it's obviously not in our Bibles, but I'm going through Enoch right now, and they're just like all the other books, the Bible, they're cross references. And I think if you're not new to reading scripture, you don't realize that there are, multiple cross references to the same situations and such. But anyways, Enoch is really good, and there are a lot of references, obviously, to it's all about really revelations, and it's an eye-opening, chilling tale, really. And it just illuminates revelations even more. My only recommendation is do not read it before you go to bed, because you will have vivid nightmares. Just saying.
Excuse me, are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
What denomination?
I am non-denomination. So for me, like I even support like Catholics. As long as you think that like Jesus Christ is Lord, we're in good. We're on the same team.
Yeah, it's just what's it? It's saying the book like the Book of Enoch isn't canon like at all. I mean, I think it's interesting, but it's like just if anyone in the audience is like getting into Christianity, like most people kind of are right now. Like guys, be careful with things like Book of Enoch, guys.
This guy is
Well,
Bump
it's
Stock who's
You are,
talking.
you know, you
Bump
get into
Stock?
magic, you
Don't
start
know him.
straying away from normal stuff, and you die in your 30s. It's I don't know. It's
well,
just it's
I
kind
don't
of
think
fringe
it's
because
really.
saying it.
It's not. It's
Yeah, go ahead.
not. It's not recommending anyone practice magic. In fact, it condemns those who practice magic, and it
Yeah, but
depicts the end of times.
yeah. Well,
But go
I'm
ahead.
not saying that. I'm saying just like to a heads up to people because I think every.
Well, I do want us to stay on topic a little bit for this being a Charlie Kirk conversation. We are open to conversations about religion, all that good stuff. But before we get too much into theology, I know that I just saw that one of our gals, oh, that gal Casey, do you have a mic already? And Charlie's Angels, do you have a mic already?
Yeah, I fell off a
Yes.
little bit. Charlie, you here? Okay, good.
Okay.
Hi, yes. Oh, okay. So I don't know what the topic was before. I'm like, hello. All right. Only thing, so M and I we had shared something today back and forth with each other, and then we were like, let's just we've posted this before and we're not seeming like it's people aren't really getting it. So I was like, well, let's just do a space. And then I didn't mean to be competing against anyone. So then Anna wrote us and was like, oh, you guys
I saw
like
you were in
we
a
don't want to
space
have
and I
competing
was like,
spaces, but it does go
yeah,
along with
yeah.
this
I was
topic.
like, wait a second, we're talking about Charlie over here too. So, you know what? Something that Ali, Rio, myself, Wendy, I mean everybody up here, we've definitely been
Sorry, took the
appreciating
comments off the
just the
stage, guys.
information sharing, like talking about stuff, talking about the case, and it's been so helpful for me to connect with the different folks that I was like, I saw them in a space and I was like, guys, get over here, you know.
Because we tried to do our own, and but the thing is I don't have the TPUSA background or the background about Israel and all of this that like is super important. So like we kind of wanted to share it here and drop it if you guys are okay with it. Because
Absolutely.
it is along the topic. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if M can speak, so she found these photos.
I think I added M.
And
I just want to
then
make sure. M, can you hear me? You're good?
Hey, I'm here.
Okay, good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
okay,
So
so
go ahead, Laura.
yeah, we're both kind of like new to spaces. So I'm gonna put it
Join
up
the
into the
club.
nest.
Don't worry.
Okay,
This
so
is
now
my
it's in the
this
nest.
is my second
So
time
if
on
she
a space.
talks, we'll look at the nest above. Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw my post. It was a long time ago I shared this, but I've kind of had these buried for a little while. And Charlie's Angels sent me something in regards to just it's a speech that we saw of Erica. She'll go over it, but it was the her first pilgrimage to Israel and finding her husband. She went with her mom. But I have some pictures, and it turns out that Charlie, Candace, Erica, and Lori were all at the embassy opening in Jerusalem in 2018. They were all there. I don't know if Candace is aware of this yet. She could be.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. Can you just
No, that's
say,
okay.
yeah, can you just say again who you mean as the attendees?
Oh yeah, sorry. So Charlie and Candace went to the embassy opening in Jerusalem when it moved from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Back in 2018. It was on May 14th. And
So how we came up with this today is you guys all remember, raise your hand or give us a little thumbs up. Do you remember Erica and the snake of the ticket line? Their little romantic story about how they apparently met. Okay.
Yeah, that's how she met.
All right.
That's how she saw Charlie, and it wasn't
Mhm.
Candace there on the trip with him when she was in line or something. She didn't go
Yes,
directly
there we go.
to see
Yep.
him, so she's just like, "Oh, I saw him," and the mom said, "Go say hi," and then she never did. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so
How about we'll go from like how this came about and why. So I had found two, like Erica says that story like so many different times, and again, I don't really know all the background, the history that like a lot of you guys know. I'm learning so much, but all I know is, hey, these two stories can't exist at the same time.
Hey guys, yeah,
So
audio only
in
tonight.
there's
Just covering the space
another
here with Wendy,
interview and
Rio,
video
Anna,
of her telling this
and
story.
Allie.
And again, it's a small inconsistency, but really it actually has a lot bigger bigger implications. Okay, so at least the video I just shared earlier, and I sent this to Em, and I was like, look at this, like, does this make sense? And then she was, oh my gosh, yes, add this. So the point is what Emily has to add, the pictures are proving that Erica's lying about the whole story of just seeing Charlie at the end. And then that opens up a whole other can of worms.
so
Because
sorry, you're saying
the
that
big logo, the big
Erica
panel.
wasn't there in Israel the same time Candace and Charlie were, and she didn't see him in line?
She was there at the
Nope.
same
Good
time.
question.
Sorry, what, Charlotte? No?
Yep. Actually, this is perfect. Yes. Ask us questions so that we get on the same page.
So, okay. She told that story, and obviously Charlie and Candace were in Israel, and she said that's the first time she saw Charlie was in a lineup, and she didn't go say hi, probably because Candace was there. I just want to know, are you saying right now that Erica made that up?
Well, let's just start there.
Okay.
It's going to expand even further.
Okay, we'll start
Okay,
there.
so
So
let's say
what's the answer for that? Do you know the answer to that? Was she there?
I don't know that she made it up, but I know that let's say that she met him before, or she would have had a run-in with him in Israel before that.
Okay.
Can I say something here? I thought that
Please,
she was saying that she was they were at the airport, and that's a line that they saw him in.
Correct. You're right.
The nest is a
I've been
spot in
looking
the
into
X
this,
space where you
and
can
I
share
honestly, I
more
had
additional
her there, her mom
information.
there,
If you
Miriam
noticed a
Adelson
whole bunch
there,
of dots above the
and
people's names,
Charlie.
you can
Yeah,
go
they
in
were
there and
all
scroll.
they were all in Israel at the same time.
Miriam Adelson?
Miriam, she was at the opening with BB, with
Who's
Candace.
speaking?
This is Ren. So
Hi. Okay.
hi, sorry. So I'm looking into it. Miriam was there with BB, with Candace, with Charlie at the actual opening ceremony. At the same time, Erica is posting on Instagram that she is there with her mother.
Right.
So I can't tie her to the actual event, but I can tie her to the same time period that she's there when the event happens in
Okay.
2018.
Well, this is so perfect that we
Yes.
came together for this, because this is exactly the key.
She's there at the event. I found a picture of her mother and her there in the background with BB. BB and Sarah are at the front. If you zoom in really, really closely, they're in the back.
Oh my God. So she saw him at the event, not at the, I mean, maybe she saw him at the ticket line too, but when she first spotted him, it would be at the event.
Correct.
No, I think that she was brought to the event.
Correct. I think it was strategic.
Oh,
That's a cute meet. That's their first cute meet.
Yes. And I do have that feeling, kind of what Charlie's Angel was saying. She was in the ticket line. I feel like Charlie may have been with Candace at that time. That's why she didn't go up. That's just
Sorry. So the picture that you're showing right now, I'm sorry, where the red arrow is, you're saying that's her?
Yes, that is.
How do we know that's her?
So of course, this is just going by observation. So if this is the same day, but you have to go to the Instagram post as well, and it's May 14th, 2018. That Instagram post circled in red, it says in Hebron post embassy move. And you can see Lori kind of how she's got her hair pulled back.
Right. I'm just looking at the clothing. I'm just
Right.
wondering if that was the same day or if it's a different person. Just want to make sure.
Yeah,
Super
no.
embarrassing. I tried to share it, and then it didn't look like it shared, and so I tried it again. So it's
I
up there,
do
like, 4
see the
times.
ear. She does have, like, I don't know,
The earrings. So and you
earrings,
can
the earrings, the glasses, but I still
glasses.
can't see from a distance. But it's possible because she was there. The dates show that she was there.
Can I ask you a
And
question?
so-
I'm sorry, don't mean to interrupt, but let me just ask this real fast as far as the Candace thing goes. Didn't Candace and Charlie state on one of their podcasts together that they pretended to be a couple? Do you think that could be why Erica didn't go up to him at the ticket line?
I have an opinion about this. I think that like the ticket line at the airport, that could have been a totally fabricated story
For sure.
so she could so it really is kind of irrelevant whether or not she actually saw him there, because what she was trying to say is that she was placed at the same time as Charlie, like that was the first time she saw Charlie. But it sounds a hell of a lot better that it was and cuter about being the airport than saying it was the embassy opening, and that grandma Mima like set them up.
It shows what a gold digger she is.
Right. Yeah, and if you, I mean, just observing the Instagram post and kind of what Lori is wearing, it looks like she may have a blue shirt under that black jacket. And then if you zoom in, you can kind of see I don't know if that's a blue shirt when you zoom in on that photo, but
Or a lanyard or something?
it sure as hell looks like Lori. I mean, to me, and then you see that dirty blonde.
Oh, yeah.
There's a dirty blonde next to Lori. She's a little taller. I know that back then, Erica wasn't really bleaching her hair as it wasn't as processed. So she was kind of more of a dirty blonde.
Are you sure it's completely natural? She doesn't have extensions.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh my God.
What a liar.
I'm blind and I can see that.
So didn't Candace say on one of her episodes about this story that Erica said, if my memory serves me correct, anybody can help. Didn't Candace say, I didn't see her? I never saw her in the lineup. She's lying about that. And she said something in regards to this lineup or wherever this lineup was. But
That's interesting. Like a lineup, I think of like they're arrested and there's a lineup and you got to pick the
That's where
perpetrator.
my brain goes
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that like what Candace is saying, Candace is probably right. Like, why back then would Candace remember somebody like her? And
Right.
I think that the ticket line just sounds retarded anyways. And I also think that this shows not just like the gold diggingness, but how set up this was, because the common denominator there is Mima Adelson.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. So when we first got on, like we did a space to like start like shooting the shit about this, and then when somebody connected Mima Adelson was there, it's like whoa.
Yeah, Ren, did you say
That's
that?
a whole nother.
I think Ren said that.
Yeah,
She
no.
connected Adelson
I
there.
looked into it earlier this week. She was definitely there at the opening.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So Ren, if you look at those pictures, then you can see what does that say to you if Lori and
Honestly,
at least Lori for sure
I
was
guessed
there.
at the glasses because those are close to the glasses that she's in.
Well, it also sounds better that she said, okay, first of all, her choice of language is weird. Who says pilgrimage if you are a Christian? Pilgrimage, my first pilgrimage to Israel. It sounds a lot better, that she and her mom were just taking a vacation over there.
She's Catholic and I'm Catholic, and we don't pilgrimage to Israel. We pilgrimage
Right,
we go to Rome. So
Right.
that always struck me as odd, because as a Catholic, as a cradle Catholic, we don't think of Israel the way that other religions think of Israel.
That's why I don't know why she didn't just say, my mom and I went on a trip to Israel, and in the ticket line at the airport we saw somebody that we knew, Charlie. But so it's just, okay, there's no coincidence here. They definitely went to the opening of the embassy. The timing was right. Why else? I mean, yeah, people go to Israel, but like that's a good purpose to go. Right, she was trying to find a husband.
Mhm.
She told us all that.
And she
We're
got
all
to
like,
ride on Mima's private jet.
right? Like, is it not the weirdest thing that, like, who says I'm going to Israel to find a husband? Let's just put that down as another weird thing we have slightly overlooked on Erica.
Well, and to come up with this grandiose story, let's assume that she maybe came up with it about speaking with the server. I can't remember. I just remember seeing this clip. It's in the same clip where she's wearing that, froofy flower dress. Speaking
I have her memorized. No, wait. Oh,
Yeah.
No, it's not in the loofah dress.
Okay. The
It's
loofah dress.
in the one that
Tell
I
me.
showed you today.
Tell me it's not
I
the
have her
pink
memorized.
dress.
I can.
The pink flower dress.
So
Oh, I hate
Nope.
that one. She looks like a wedding cake topper.
I'm
Honestly, she
I'm
does.
wondering because I have a picture of Erica in there, and didn't she see BB's son? I know BB's son came back probably with her on a plane in June 19th, 2019. Sorry, but
I
I'm
bet that's who
wondering
she
if
wanted.
there was a trip before and they met, and that's why she was there also. Because there's a picture of Tyler Boyer and her and
Well, I think I'm sorry. I
BB's
don't mean to
son. Yeah, and BB's son, right? So I don't know.
Let
I
me
have no
ask,
idea.
why would she be in a ticket line if she probably rode in Miriam's private jet? You wouldn't be in a ticket line.
Exactly.
No,
She wasn't. I think that's a made up story because
a
it
made-up
sounds
story.
so
Yeah.
much more logical than like what she was wanting to convey is that's the first time she saw Charlie was on that trip, but she can't say it was at the embassy or whatever, or that XYZ. So I mean,
Yes.
everybody else would be like, oh, that makes sense. That's also kind of
Exactly.
cute.
Well, and note this as well. She did not approach Charlie, so Charlie wouldn't have been able to concur whether or not Erica actually saw him in the ticket line. She could have made that up, but she never approached Charlie, so he could believe that she saw him there, right? And
Yeah,
it's a God thing, guys. It's a God
Feels like
thing.
stalking a little bit. She wasn't even
Oh,
dating him
yes.
then. Like it's stalking him. Like why is she at the same place as him? It's like a stalk. Sorry, I'm getting stalking vibes.
Yeah.
A little bit.
You know what?
I
She's
agree.
been set up. I'm
She
sorry.
is so. Oh, go ahead.
So I'm sorry. If I could, I don't mean to cut. Definitely don't mean to cut anybody. And it's just that I feel like I'm going to be called away really soon because I'm not home. I just thank you for allowing me to come up, and I hope everybody's doing well. I think there's some stuff with Erica's past that like sometimes people forget. Erica Kirk is her mother is what is she, half Lebanese, half Syrian. They're from the Levant. Okay, so she says she's Catholic, but I would really put them as Maronite Christians, which I do need to do a lot more research on Maronite Christians because they're very J-coded, for lack of a better term. They were part of a huge Lebanese civil war. What they did to the Lebanese in the name of so-called Christianity was outrageous. And these were Lebanese people doing it to Lebanese people. So she knows the whole history of the Levant, the creation of Israel. There's no way that your mother is Syrian and Lebanese. So that means that you're at least a quarter of both. You know the creation. Now, I'm not going to come right out and call her, Jay, but I think she's more of a J-coded kind of Christian. So yeah, of course she was at the embassy opening. Of course she's cool with Yair. What's his name? Yair Netanyahu or whatever. Isn't her mother like in government contracts and dealing with like the DOD stuff or whatever, in the past? So, and a lot of these people, they are Zionists, but not J Zionists, right? They would be like actual Christian Zionists. So a lot of that goes in. You gotta remember that. I think she's the perfect honeypot, because even her rings. This is not. Yeah, I know she's like, oh, I'm a Catholic, or maybe at some point she said that. She does not give me those vibes at all. She gives me vibes of a weird Christianity that's mostly J-coded because they think that they're chosen as well. That kind of thing. I'll be back with more. Sorry.
Hi, Uncle
Hey
Tom.
guys, I'm sorry, real quick to jump in. I've been looking into this, and there is a Tyler Boyer connection to this because she met him in 2015, she says, at this Trump rally. This is when he was getting really big with Charlie, and that's when he joined TPUSA. And also, Tyler was a huge political person in Arizona. So I can't unthink about the fact that Lori or her husband had to have known who Tyler was in that community because her husband, at least, and her were both involved in government. So she knew
that's what Dee
she knew
Anderson had
Charlie.
said.
She knew Charlie from 2015, or she knew about him from 2015 because that's when Tyler connected to Charlie.
Yeah, and then she went
Yeah.
to Israel and she saw BB's son because she was there, and then she came back and then she was in a picture with Tyler Boyer and BB's son in June 2019. So this is all connected, like Tyler Boyer, Erica, for a long time. I think we've all known that, but and
hey,
she's in like videos with Charlie going, when did I meet him again? And Charlie answer. She's the type of person like she pretends allegedly. Okay, Erica does this. She asks those questions all the time. If you watch her, she asks Charlie questions to see what he knows. When was the rally again? And he goes 2015. Like when did we have children? He goes August, May. Like what? She does this all the time. If you watch, when they go on a trip somewhere, she goes, where are we? What are we doing? I mean, this is all she does. What are your words of wisdom today? She asks him a bazillion questions, but she can't answer one.
So
Yeah,
she's
she
checking in with
plays
him to
the
be like,
dumb
am I
blonde.
on the script right?
Yes.
All right, Shyla,
Yes.
did you?
Hey,
Or
can I
to
just
see
jump
how
in
much
here
he
real
knows.
Go ahead,
before
Ria.
like there have been a couple people politely with their hands raised, and I can't even
Yes.
ever figure out how to do that. So let's turn that over to them. But first, before we do that, can everybody share the chat? And I just want you to remember that anyone could be listening and is currently probably listening. So just mind what you say your mind, but remember that. So share it. And then why don't we throw it to Shiloh, and then after Shiloh, Trisha, if you want to go.
Yeah, and Uncle Tom,
Sounds good to
did
me.
he want to speak too after too? I'm sure.
No, I'm just,
Hey, this is
listening to the ladies. Oh, wow. Shiloh, your
That's
mic.
Shiloh. Can you fix your mic, please?
I
Echo
tried to mute her. I don't
bomb.
know what I pushed because I can't really see the buttons, guys. So I'm sorry if I accidentally kicked her out.
That's okay. Why don't
Thank
we
you, F.
go?
Chucky, for becoming a new
Trisha?
member. We
Yeah.
appreciate
Trisha,
you. Thank
there you go.
you.
Hey, not to go backwards, but the whole quote unquote never mind. That's not coming out. The
Pilgrimage.
pilgrimage. Thank you.
Pilgrimage.
Her whole story is she went to meet a husband. She didn't mention any of this about the opening, and whoever said that she didn't go to a ticket line, they're absolutely correct because she was on a private plane. So it was all completely made up. The whole entire part about seeing Charlie in the line. Charlie didn't see her. Candace didn't see her. She made that part up and said, that was the first time I saw him. I went to Israel to find my husband, and look, I found my husband in the airport, to make the whole thing seem like it's fate, it's biblical, it's blah, blah, blah. So she just, I don't know how we feel about cursing in here, but she's full of shit.
Well, meanwhile, then they tried to arrange for an additional meet cute at that basketball court, is what it sounds like. And even then, Charlie wasn't going for it. So it actually took Tyler Boyer forcing Charlie to take this girl on a quote unquote interview after she had already been
100%.
coached up. Right. And third time, I guess, was the charm. He threw her a bone, unfortunately.
I think he was so wrapped up with
That's the
with
video.
Candace. That's probably why she hates Candace. Why she didn't invite her to her wedding.
Well, that's the video that I had put out, and then I send that to M, and so she's like, we put these two pieces together, and we're like, we got to get this out. So the video, it was just simply showing that here's her story here, here's her another story. These two cannot exist in reality. So the first one is about the snake of the ticket line, and she's telling the people that you know what, nothing is by coincidence. And so she just saw this guy, and her mom said, go say hi. And then later she found out that was Charlie. So then the audience gasps. And yep, so nothing's by coincidence. And she goes, now granted, we didn't know till like 3 months into our relationship, where we were just like looking back at like, photo albums and timelines. Okay, that's one version of the story. Then though another version of the story where she's in it's not the loofah dress. I call it the loofah dress one. It's not that one. It's another one, and I think I shared the video in here. It is, but she's telling the story, and she goes, like, oh, I've never heard the story. Which the
Uh-oh. Looks like we're losing Charlotte, everybody. We're losing Charlotte.
I'm so
Is she
sorry.
cutting? Is she
that
cutting
just
out?
me?
You're cutting
Yeah,
out
I
it.
think it's cutting out pretty bad. Will you
Yeah, something's going on with it.
Yeah, something's going on with your reception, Charlie's Angels.
Another space just ended,
who else
so we might
wants
get
to
a bunch
speak
more
until she
people
fixes
in
her
this
mic? Can we hear you
space on
now?
X.
Hey, Tom, did Uncle Tom want to
Yeah,
speak?
Uncle Tom.
Oh no, I was just letting you know that I was just listening. I'm just hanging out listening.
I
And I have a little more. Whenever you guys are ready.
I think something that we
Okay, and
forget. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Rio. Do you want to go, or do you want me to just go ahead and say?
let me just say this.
Go ahead.
I so appreciate you guys raising your hands, but if there's a moment there's a pause and you feel like it's an appropriate time to jump in, just go ahead and jump in.
Yeah, this is definitely very much a
Yeah, for sure.
casual information share. Also, everyone, I want to remind you guys to retweet the space, share the space, like the space, all the good stuff, and definitely keep in mind who is in the audience, because as we know, we're getting somewhere, which is a good thing, but also makes it relevant for all of us to keep in mind. So go ahead and continue, guys.
Hold on.
Yeah, I just wanted to. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Real quick, I just wanted to point out. This is M. If you can go back to, I don't know if it's still in there. The Instagram post of Lori of them being in. Hold on, let me go back to it. In Hebron Post Embassy Move Instagram story. What is that in Lori's ear? She has a some people were saying it could have been a like a translator for tours.
Yeah, it could be that.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted everybody's opinion on
My
that.
dad uses that sometimes when he travels, so that is possible.
Okay.
You know, I am curious. So, was it just in these photos? Was it just Erica and her mom, or is it other people as well that we can identify that are with them?
From her story, I really only saw her and her mother in the Israel 1.0 story on her Instagram.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
So it's been a minute. I'd have to go back and check through all of those if she didn't remove the story. Yeah, these are older pictures that I grabbed
Yeah.
a while ago.
If you do get a chance to take a peek to see if we see any other familiar faces, I like to go back and evidence review on things that I've seen before, and then as new characters are kind of introduced, then I, will go and take a look at some things again just to see, oh, you know what, I recognize that face. Like Allie sent me, or had pointed out some images of some people, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that was them. So it can be really helpful. I am curious,
Yeah.
does anyone have clarity on the timeline of when Tyler Boyer, Erica, and Andrew Colbert all met, or what it looks like? Because I swear there were some Instagram pics from like high school, if I'm not mistaken. There was some like backyard party photos of them when they were like much younger. I would have sworn.
I don't know about that, but I will say this, that one of the things we need to remember with her using the J coded language, such as, I was there on a quote unquote pilgrimage, is that back then Charlie was very pro our favorite nation state. And so and also the church was, the church wasn't really divided on this issue until as of late. So it made her look like a super Christian to him in her eyes.
Right. I was going to
Which is
say maybe her religion is Judeo Christian, that that's what the pilgrimage language is about.
Oh,
that's
definitely.
but that is why I come back to the Marionite Christian thing. And I think that is something that we should probably well, I know I am. I'm looking into it. I'll just say this real quick and then I'm going to end up having to head out. I got some editing and stuff to do. But the space is really awesome. It's good to be, again, around people who truth is just refreshing. Okay. Seriously. But when it comes to that, it's like with the TPUSA, sadly, when you hear Baron Coleman say TPUSA 2.0 and how it was planned, and then like you see how things are going, you see how Charlie, and trust me, I know how to speak when it comes to this topic. Like I'm not going to get crazy because I have to always talk weird on YouTube. So, but when you hear Charlie, screaming to Megyn Kelly, like Megyn, I'm getting dozens of texts, Megyn, they're harassing me, and then Charlie's gone now, and then there's some weird
This is
pastor
that
on
girl speaking.
Erica's Make Heaven Crowded tour, whatever MAGA fake tour that is talking about all this stuff. And then when you go back and you look into him and he's, praying to the chosen people, you might as well say. So what this is this is a
Yeah,
ramp
Scotty,
up
she's
of
pretty
Christian
solid.
Zionism that Christians really need to pay attention to. which is connected to like our geopolitics hardcore. If you look at, and I'm trying to take a bunch of stuff and put it in 3 minutes, but this is how important TPUSA is to the establishment now. They are truly, to me, an arm of the military industrial complex, because when you look at Latin America and what we're getting ready to do down there, it's a shame. You would think Christian missionaries, beautiful thing. We're going to go and share Christ with everybody. Unfortunately, we're sharing this weird type of, worship, that place over there, kind of what they call Christianity, which is a complete heresy. I mean, I'm hearing Africans say we have to bless this place in order to be blessed. So this is the kind of thing that's going on. This is the kind of takeover, and it's going to mask itself like it's a Christian revival. It is not, and TPUSA is on top of that. And it's just
the name is That
let me just
Girl.
be careful. Just pay attention
And
to
yes,
it.
It's almost as if
Chucky's
Kirk
on
is the
point.
Antichrist, isn't it?
She's a regular.
It's actually the Antichrist is appearing as the church.
That is brilliant. The way yes, and I'll even end with that. It's because that is the biggest deception upon the world when you look at the revelations, like the prophecies. And sadly, I was taught different ways with the prophecies. It's okay, because we're all here back at this point. It appears like it's Christianity. Everybody thinks, oh, Christian revival, this is great, but it's not. It's an actual deception to worship something else. And again, TPUSA is on top of that. And that is a problem. And I think Charlie Kirk was realizing. I think that's one of the things he was realizing. And he wasn't with the script. And, if you don't do what the contract says,
God bless you, sister. Thank you for using your voice and speaking up. I know it can be scary sometimes, but the more that we get together and do that, the less isolated we are. And
we appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and drop down and keep listening. Thank you.
On that, I've been doing like a deep dive into his old tweets and his more recent ones, and you can see a trend in his professing his own faith the way that he professes it from 2012, 2015, 2018, and then it actually picks back up December of 2024, and then he starts becoming the old Charlie, so to speak, again in 2025. So there was something that happened within him that made him realize in 2025 that there was something amiss religion wise within his organization.
Agreed. And I think the reason that he pushed, why Tyler Boyer pushed Erica so hard is he wanted that. He knew he needed that organization to push this Antichrist type agenda.
Right. And also 2017 was the first Student Action Summit event. It was after Tyler came on as COO. And then 2018 was the second one. And interestingly enough, that's where they brought on Jacob Boyens as one of the speakers. And it seems really odd to me because Charlie has never added him, never talked about him on his socials. And this person was brought on to speak at this 2018 event. And he is one of the pastors, one of the trying to stop child sex trafficking organization people. And it was just interesting to me that in 2018, like, who brought him onto that event is my question.
As far as I know, I do believe that Tyler Boyer himself is the one who's responsible for bringing on most of the characters that were around pretty much perpetually.
They also have an amazing PR guy as well. I heard.
Oh yeah, I've heard a few things. Yeah, absolutely. Although I don't know at this point with that PR who's going to want to go and work for them. I do think that it sounds like allegedly Johnny Moore may have been kind of back channeling. That's what he does. He is a back channel diplomat, quote unquote. And so I do believe that there may have been a little bit of that between the higher ups at TPUSA to get Andrew into the company. But
Right now, I believe they're talking about PR related stuff, just business.
I know who introduced, most of the folks that are there still now.
And the
running
volume
company. Although I'm
is
not sure if
max
that goes
on
for
our
Stacey
end.
Sheridan and the senior gifts team. That's definitely something I'm trying to learn more about right now.
It wasn't Tyler. Didn't he work at like Best Buy before he became the PR agent for TPUSA?
Yeah, Andrew, allegedly, Andrew is known around the office as Mr. Best Buy. That is from a TPUSA insider. I thought that that was more about his level of capability and intellect. I thought that was maybe more commentary on that. But yeah, that was the joke around the office. So
That's so funny because honestly, there's a difference between like Best Buy and Geek Squad. Like for me, if
They're
they
on
had called him
Colvet
Geek
now.
Squad, I would have been like, oh, he is all knowing.
yes, if
I
he
would
was
have put
Geek
something
Squad,
else.
I know, then it's a compliment, right?
Exactly.
Right. It's like, yeah, no shade to the Best Buy employees of the, of the world. They're probably very much offended to be compared to a person like that.
Yeah, we should like at least find another like retailer that doesn't require like
Mr. Radio
advanced
Shack.
technology. Yeah,
Mr.
or like
Radio
just
Shack.
something outside of tech because for me, like I would be like I wouldn't even know the difference between like I don't know, gigabytes and megabytes. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm looking for.
Thanks,
Help me.
Chucky.
That's
If Stu
I
sees
just have
Allie
nothing
and
to
Anna
spend.
in
Just help
here,
me
he might
find
actually pop in.
Exactly.
Hey guys, you brought up Jacob Williams just a second ago. I shared a photo in the chat in the comments. Victor Marks has ties to Jacob Williams and then also Julia Alexis. I know they were the start. I believe Jacob Williams was also involved in the start of the Falkirk Center as well. I know Julia Alexis was for sure. But regardless, Victor Marks has ties to Jacob Williams and Julia
Interesting.
Alexis.
And
So there's a photo there.
did you know that Victor Marks has also ties to the CEO of Waterstone, which is now was Salem Media, and Waterstone is taking it over in August. And the CEO Ken Harrison is like best friends with Victor Marks, and Salem Media is everything. It runs the Charlie Kirk Show, Y Refi, and all that stuff. So
Well,
Waterstone is
Waterstone's
in
also
Colorado.
it's also a donor advised fund. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
That's
It's
okay.
it's a donor advised fund, which is one of those buzzwords that we've heard recently. It's not a media company.
Everything goes back to Victor Marks allegedly. I just have to say you do incredible work. And when I put out the plate, guys, when I put out the license plate that Mike V posted and Candace went emergency live, when I posted that, and Mia went crazy and found the Carfax and helped me track down where this vehicle went. So, huge shout out to if you're not following her, because like teamwork. I put out the license plate and everybody's like, what the fuck?
Girl,
Yeah.
you got those pictures.
I wasn't going to gatekeep him.
Yeah.
He said he sent it to Candace, but then did you guys see she went on vacation? And I'm not saying anything to her. Like she posted 2 pictures, but she didn't post the license plate that he said. He goes, I'm just going to put it because she's going on vacation.
Salem Media was bought by Waterstone.
Maybe
That's what I think.
Maybe that's it.
It was bought by
honestly, that was
Waterstone.
it. It's
Salem Media
and
was
it's
bought
kind of like
by
the case
Waterstone.
with Tucker. People are like, well, why hasn't he spoken out more? Why hasn't he this? It's because he
And the
doesn't
owner
have
of
to. Like,
Waterstone
why
is good
stick their
friends
necks
with
out
Victor
in a
Marks.
certain degree when they know that we're on top of it and saying all the things? So it's like she's not going to tell you go ahead and release it, but she's not going to tell you don't.
So
But she's
so
if
it's
she
almost
doesn't.
it's almost like it's gone down so many so somebody else sent it to Mike posts it, then I share it. It's the chain of custodies like
SUV
loose.
talk
Does
now,
that make
guys.
sense? And Rio, explain to everybody in the chat who you are and how you're helping with this, because obviously you're a lawyer, right? So how does that chain of custody, am I in trouble?
No.
Okay,
no,
good.
no. But somebody like Candace
Rio
Owens
has a
could
legal
certainly,
background.
like,
She's a lawyer.
she's not, at a lack of, she doesn't have a lack of even stupid lawsuits coming against her. But if she were to release that license plate and we don't know that it's not actually tied still to an individual, like it could be a company, it could be this, but we're not really sure, then they would come after her as like doxing basically. But you're fine. I mean, it's not a problem. We know that the location and possession of the vehicle right now is out of whack, and it was never an identifiable individual. So don't lose sleep over it. But somebody
Okay.
like Candace Owens has a huge ass target on her.
But when we went over it, the vehicle originally came from Colorado, and I just went, Colorado, wait, what? Why did the vehicle come from there? My mind is like,
And Allie, can you check your chat for me really quick? Also, I did just want to say to everyone, I need to, just speak out against the fact that the term vehicle has now entered into our lexicon here as just the most normal way to phrase talking about a car. I have not said car in 6 months. And so I just want to express my
SUV.
annoyance. Okay, we're going to say, yeah, SUV. Thank you.
SUV.
Thank
I
you, Allie. I
apologize.
appreciate you.
And everything here is allegedly. I'm not
Allegedly.
attacking. Yeah, I'm not attacking anybody. We're just trying to
trying to
figure
solve
out.
this case.
We're just trying to figure
It's so
out.
funny.
No, just answer. Just look, the whole world is on this, and they want to know the why. Why isn't anybody discussing this? Where's the road mic? Why isn't anybody talking about the road mic? If it exploded, well then Philip Goldsberry, tell me where it is, and then everybody would stop talking about the road mic. There's so many things. Where's the corded mic? Why is it in her possession? Where is the necklace? Why is it in her possession? Now the SUV has been auctioned and getting rid of. Why? That
Allie, I got
it's just everything is so bizarre, and we
I got
as
something for you,
people
Allie.
just want to know why.
Okay, Allie, there's something I which we can bring up. I want to go on your show tomorrow. Okay, you're just talking about Philip Goldsberry.
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, all right. And then remember how Andrew Faraci, you know him, right? We can get into a
Yep, the
second.
cameraman. Yep.
Yeah, and how he's easily susceptible. He's, we got him line dancing, so he's just he goes on these lives, and he's easily open to. He's very susceptible to get to do what people want him to do. Now, Artifacts had said that Andrew, because he has no reason to suspect Andrew Faraci or some certain people in his life at that point, right? But I'm sure he would still talk us through it. But he did say Andrew Faraci said he had the mic, and it was just kind of an old mic, so he was the one who had it, whatever the road mic is. Does that make sense?
So-
the chain of
So I'm sorry.
custody?
Can you repeat that one more time? I'm so sorry.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
Charlotte's saying
She was
that
messaging me. So
Andrew
so
Faraci
you're
brought
saying
the
that
road
Andrew
mic.
Faraci has something to do with the road mic? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes, because let's say in this, Artifacts had said in passing, like he said in passing, and I'm sure I can talk to him about it again, but he had said that, well, because when he said it, he was not, didn't know, we knew he was not trying to condemn Andrew or anything, but he just said, yeah, well, Andrew said he saw the road mic before. It was just a regular old road mic or something. So that shows the chain of custody of right? So
From what I understood,
does that make sense?
From what I
Yeah.
understood, as far as with visual impulse, the chain of custody that day, I'm not sure about, but in general, as far as I know, Philip Goldsberry, I guess, runs a pretty tight ship. They do keep the actual equipment. They keep it there at the TPUSA offices. So visual impulse, just so everybody's tracking. I know that there's various addresses that float around, but the actual warehouse itself and their offices are both located in the same building as the Charlie Kirk studio. Visual Impulse is up on the second floor, and then Charlie's offices, Mikey McCoy's office, and the editing studio for our very favorite MK Ultra victim, Agent Poso, are all on the first floor. But that is the only location where you can enter through to the warehouse. The warehouse has an opening around the back, and it has big garage doors, but it has a doorway. You need a key fob and everything to go into the guys' offices. And if you walk straight to the back of the building, then you walk in. That's where the warehouse is, where all of the VI equipment is kept. And that does include equipment such as the microphones. So that's just a little clarification on where that is now. I do believe that Goldsberry generally is in charge of transportation, keeping an eye on the equipment as it arrives to wherever the tabling event is going to be. From there, as far as I know, runs a tight ship, doesn't really have people fussing with his equipment very much, kind of a stickler, but that sounds more like that's just an AV guy quality, not a commentary on Philip Goldsberry being good or bad. But I do think it's interesting that the warehouse itself, it's locked from around the back, those big double doors, they're not going to just, you have to have an actual key for that, but there's a fob into that office. And I think
Thank
that
you,
the
Melissa
best people who have
Davis,
it
for the 2 Jewel Silver
are
Star.
Visual Impulse. Then Charlie himself, Mikey would have it, and then whomever it is that works on Pasobic's show. So just as far as, I've been running down the access points for stuff like that. And so that's kind of where it's at.
Oh, that's amazing information. Good job, Anna.
Yeah, no worries. And I do believe that Terrell, as far as I know, him and his brother are the folks that are most often in there. I do think it is interesting that, and this was from Artifacts, he mentioned that Terrell does not usually attend events. It may have been a new thing, and he occasionally would, especially if they had kind of a double date that day, like a double dip where they would go to a donor event and go to a tabling in the same location on the same day. But generally speaking, uh, Terrell Farnsworth is not usually present at those events. So a little bit of a standout item that he happened to be there.
And I think like when it comes to, I think like my partner does film and TV and all that kind of stuff. So when it comes to that kind of stuff, if he's in that area, if he's in Utah, they probably like, hey, we need another guy. Can you come and help? And Philip Goldsberry and Terrell work on the same Visual Impulse team. So I don't think it was that bizarre as Candace was saying, like that he was there. It was he wasn't there for the previous Utah event that was held inside and that Candace was there. Or she said she
Right.
did see him.
Well,
I'm not sure, but she said she saw him once before. I'm really curious to know where Candace saw him before.
Terrell?
Because because if he lives in Utah and if they're having an event in Utah, they're gonna grab guys that work in tech
Well,
to
Terrell,
Does
come
he live in
help.
Utah though?
Terrell lives in Arizona, I think. Terrell's the one who
Yeah.
owns Visual
Really? Oh,
Impulse.
I thought he lived in Utah.
He may have family,
Dir-
or,
ri-
I think he is Mormon. But as far as I know, I found. I'm not going to dox anybody, but according to
Yeah, okay.
records, he does appear to live in Arizona currently, and then he owns Visual Impulse, so he's usually there in studio. He may have some family in Utah, maybe that's why he attended. But according to
Okay.
Artifacts was saying he's like Terrell never goes to those things. That was kind of one of the first things that Artifacts had come out and said publicly. So that's it's an interesting data point. Doesn't mean that he shouldn't have been there, but it's weird that he was, and it's weird that he was so
Right.
jumping on
Yeah.
getting his equipment, instead of it.
And
so there-
Candace did say she knew of him. So it's just weird. Like she's heard of this guy. Where did I hear of this guy? So I'm just wondering where she's seen him before, if she did see him at any other.
She knows Terrell pretty well.
I have seen him at other Prove Me Wrong events because I've watched a lot of them. I did see him at one. So
I think
I can't watch them all, but
I think
I
Well,
did see
so
him
Visual
helping.
Impulse has out of like the 6 things on that campus in Arizona, they actually are like one whole building. And I will post because their Facebook is very bizarre. I will show that in the little pill here. But hey Anna, what is his brother Dallin?
I don't remember the name of the brother. I'm sorry. I can picture his face, but I can't remember the name of
Because
the
we
brother.
know they have a
Terrell's, yeah,
full.
he has quite a few.
Okay,
His-
because
his
somebody was.
Tyler
I
Farnsworth.
know, but the reason I'm asking about Dallin is because he just recently got a DUI. I just wondering if he's been stressed lately or something. So
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I don't care about people's personal lives. I don't want to talk about people's.
I mean, it's
personal.
not about that, no, but I mean, if he was one of the ones on the scene and has been really stressed, but
I have heard
I
that.
don't think that was him.
Well, I have heard that a number of individuals that were there have really, taken this to heart, and of course, right? Of course, they would. So I'm not sure about that, but I do think it's interesting. What I think is an interesting little data point as well is the fact that Agent Poso, whatever it is that his team does with editing those human events YouTube segments, the ones that all seem to have 50, 100 views, going back to before Charlie passed, that they are actually an entire editing team, like a production and editing team that is located there in the Turning Point offices. So they have a whole office where they take the footage that is sent to them by Agent Poso, who lives in DC, allegedly. Um, and then they're responsible for working on his human event show. And I don't know if anyone's had a chance to check out that YouTube channel, but it is remarkable. And I do not know if I've seen a video that has over 250 views. Like,
Anna Escobar.
you guys should take a peek at it. It's really interesting because
Yes. Do you know why they're doing that?
why?
Because another one I found is a Salem News Channel's Instagram, and I was just floored by it because I was absolutely floored. And it only has like 100. It's because if think about like going into like building a database or whatever. So it's like imagine in the future, then even if it'd be some one of those things. If you look back and search, and it's all there. So they're trying to build it even for all these little small channels that don't have anything right now. So it like builds a foundation.
That's a good point. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is possible. Well, but it's just so like according to his public bio, Jack Posobiec, what his job is he runs this human events YouTube channel. And I was expecting him to have a YouTube channel just like all the other guys. I know we see him on as a like a guest host. I'm curious about who it is actually that employs him, given that like there's this YouTube channel doesn't appear to have any views. And it's been going back since before Charlie passed. So, and he's been filming on it regularly. It just has, every single video, 50 views, 100
Yeah,
views.
and you'd think they would care that there's such a low viewpoint, but they don't because. And then I'll have to share some other accounts like the Salem News Channel. They when Charlie died, they announced the host of Salem News, Charlie Kirk, was like, does Charlie know he was the host of this?
Yeah, seriously.
So-
It's almost like I do wonder what the purpose really is. I mean, I do understand for the record's sake, but he, with Poso anyway, he records content like very regularly, and then they do a professional editing and production, job on it, and then they put it out
But
there.
it's like to get in the algorithm of the Google searches or something. Like it's manipulative. It's not a good thing what they're doing. You know
Well,
what I mean?
I have heard that strategy is being deployed. I don't know if anyone happened to catch. Oh gosh, who was it? Oh no, I can't remember who it was. But I heard a really excellent talk on how AI, like the algorithm, how market manipulation is being done on oil prices. In order to affect oil futures, how if they record a video that says certain talking points, then AI will go out, will hear the video on CNBC that says, oh, hey, the market is doing great. Oil is coming down. Who needs the Strait of Hormuz? All this. And then that actually impacts the way that AI traders are, predicting oil futures. And so what it would appear is, for some reason, that propaganda that is some next level Hasbra. That's all I'll say is that is some next level Hasbra trying to impact the way that AI scrapers are interpreting public sentiment. So I think that might be what's happening.
Is it to trick AI essentially, kind of?
Yeah, because
In any other. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, oil futures are traded all by AI agents right now. And so it's no longer like individuals who are doing that. So if they pick up that there's positive sentiment and that, oh, yes, oil prices are coming down, according to, this knowledge expert who said this on CNBC this morning, whatever, then that will actually impact the way that the oil futures, that are Brent crude is being priced. Oh, you know what? It was it was somebody who talks. It was Chris Martinson on Tucker, who had this conversation. It was really
That's who it
fascinating.
was.
Yes. And so I was like, oh, that's why they're doing that. Okay, I thought it was just to maybe trick people, but that's why. And so I can't help but wonder if that's maybe why Human Events comes on and says the stuff that they say.
Patty wanted to bring something up, and she's been waiting kind of patiently.
Sorry.
I called you Patty again. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. That's my handle on here. So this goes back a little bit, but I have to jump off, and I want to make sure everybody knows this. Someone earlier brought up Kennington Russell and that whole situation. So Diligent and Sam Parker just did a space on this earlier this evening. It includes the video of the entire situation, the woman who took the video, and how bizarre, like everybody was told to go away as if they were trying to hide that they were getting this guy out. There was a rifle with an evidence tag on it. He was arrested and charged with at least one felony. And this was September 11th, I'm sorry, at about 10:30 a.m. And it appears to me he was let out, I want to say 5, 6 hours later. And that could have been shortly after Tyler Robinson was actually arrested. So I just wanted to throw that out there. If anybody wants to go get more detail, Diligent and Sam did a space on it. And it's pretty fascinating because nobody heard anything more about it ever.
It's almost like Tyler made a better Patsy.
It's and the guy's dressed so bizarrely. He's got scrubs on and a hoodie and then a lab coat of some sort. He's clearly got something in his scrubs that they didn't take when they patted him down. It's I definitely go watch it if you've got time. It's on YouTube. He did YouTube and space on it. So I just know somebody brought it up earlier, and so there's some information out there if you want it.
Also, I don't know if you guys heard, but I could put it up in the nest. Jack Hibbs is making his real life network, which is run by Salem, which is now being taken over by Waterstone, which is run by Ken Harrison. So that takeover is just so you guys know, it's being taken. It is being in August. The real life network that he runs, like his sermons, is going to be run in Iran. That's something that I also found. He is yes, he had a monumental announcement to make. 3 of his I don't know, he calls it an AI Christian firm. He's getting it down in Iran. This is like, that's why I was saying, just like, I don't want to touch on religion that much tonight, but it is important because the pastors have a lot to do with the TPUSA faith, and it's like we cannot not talk about it because it is, I feel like, for me, is the turning point because I do a lot of the pastor stuff. So he is. I'm just briefly letting you guys know an update on Jack. He just posted that saying that he is putting his network in Iran, which is weird. It's kind of a slap in the face, I think, to Iran. Why would you put that kind of network there when all this stuff is going on? I don't think it's the right time. I think Charlie would say nope. He would be saying nope to all the stuff that's going on right now. So he's running his sermon so people can listen down in Iran while he's live. Does that make sense?
That's crazy. Hey, Ali, I was going to ask, what's the name of the pastor that was at this last thing that Erica Kirk did, the Make Heaven Crowded tour, that had the hat? He wore the hat on stage.
Russell John. Is it Russell Johnson?
Yes, Russell Johnson.
Yeah.
His
Yes.
church, he had someone assassinated at his church in a like coordinated drive-by. Just one man. He was a young man. He was there with his wife and his stepchild or something like that. And the car that the shooter shot him out of was found in a parking lot, burned up, and they still don't have any suspects. Now, the mother posted on her Facebook that she knew who they were, and they're offering like a $50,000 reward for this guy, that she knew who they were and that she forgives them, which I thought was kind of weird and kind of goes along with Erica saying, I forgive Tyler Robinson.
That is very weird.
It's just
And I haven't done
positive.
like any deep dives on this guy because Erica apparently loves him. She's like, she would be sending, I gotta send this to Charlie. Like, have you seen this Russell guy? I gotta send it to him. So I'm just like,
Yeah,
okay.
she pushed him on Charlie, which is why it just kind of raised
my
alarm
gosh.
bells. And I was trying to do a little bit of research on him when I found out that she's the one who introduced him to Charlie.
Yeah,
Did
I did a
you
whole
understand about
Sunday.
the mom? I'm sorry. Is she the one giving the reward, or is the FBI or somebody else?
No, the
giving the
church
reward?
is giving the reward, from what I understand. Mm-hmm.
But then they forgive him. So do they really want it solved?
That's what I'm wondering. It's just such a weird thing for these two women. One's a mother and one's a wife to say, I forgive them. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That pastor is a total dweeb. Did you see them? They were walking down before all this, like acting like they're walking down through dangerous streets of like the Bronx or something, with like 4 security guys behind them. I mean, he looks like Kip Dynamite. And I also like one of them. that's in the Keep USA Faith. It looks like Justin Bieber's old pastor that was really creepy and like wore his pants down to show his little stomach man V. But I guess it's not him, but still like the religious part, it comes into play simply because they're forcing it to be like church and state, like where they're the ones like bringing it into the forefront. So you're right, Allie, like it does play a piece. Not that we want to judge it, but it's because they're bringing it in.
Exactly. And I think it's an important piece to this. There's something with it. And I can't put my finger on exactly what. Maybe it's what we talked about earlier, but it definitely plays an important part in the investigation. Oh, I will say that they said that there was like 4,000 people at that event. There's absolutely no way that there was 4,000 people at that event because the building only holds like 2,100 people is the max capacity on that building. And the parking lot definitely did not look full. And then the protesters that they showed were like three weird looking teenagers.
Honestly, for Jack and Brandon Tatum and what is it, Andrew, I'm really starting to think that they are just, they're overestimators, which of everything. So, I really don't trust their estimation size when they're like, oh, it was so huge or it was so overwhelming. Okay, guys, we don't believe you anymore.
Yeah, that is very true. Does anybody else want to speak tonight, or does anybody have any hands up? Or else I can play a video of Jack saying he's taking his real life network to Iran. Does anybody have any comments on that, first of all? Because I thought that was bizarre.
I'm so sorry, Allie. I was literally doing my dishes. Did you just say Agent Poso is taking his channel to Iran?
So, Jack Hibbs, right?
Okay, yes.
He was like the first one. He was the first one that I found with the deleted selfie
Yes.
of him saying that Charlie Kirk died.
Right.
So at first it was Terrell that said Charlie Kirk died. Then it was Jack Hibbs, obviously Victor Marks. That we got all these people.
Right.
And he deleted that. He said Israeli news source said Charlie Kirk died, and USA said nothing. I'm like, how would he know that doing this selfie? I always thought that was bizarre. I screen recorded it, sent it to Baron. Baron posted it. He did a whole segment on it because Jack deleted it.
Wow.
So yeah, so that was that. And then obviously Rob McCoy, they're all deleting stuff.
Right.
It's just like I was the kind of in the beginning of this, I didn't have social media. Charlie's Angels should know that. I was working with her a long time ago with other YouTubers trying to get our stuff out, right? And just the deleted stuff, Tyler Boyer, Rob McCoy. So all that stuff, I was screen recording it in September and I went, okay, this doesn't make any sense. Everybody's deleting everything. Why? Even Charles Highwalk, who's in Grace Chapel, Heber City, who is best friends with Butch Hibbs. When Charlie is coming into the event
Yes.
and somebody's taking a video of Charlie, that's Butch Hibbs taking a video of Charlie coming into the event.
Yes.
That video, Butch Hibbs never posted. He gave it to his friend, Charles Highwalk, who runs a chapel in Heber City in Utah.
Can you spell that?
And he
Can you spell
Charles Highwalk?
Yeah, Highwalk.
I will actually send it to you in your DM. I'll send it to
Perfect,
you.
thank you.
Because I can't remember how to spell his last name perfectly. But yeah, he is best friends with Butch, known him for 40 years. And so Butch gave him that video and he posted it on his chapel page, but he deleted it. And I screen recorded and shared all that stuff long, long time ago. Is all this deletion? I don't understand. It's not like he didn't say he said anything wrong. He was,
well, maybe that one.
He was like quoting, he was just quoting like this was his assignment and he was throwing hats. And he's the one who posted all the pictures of Charlie, Frank Turek, and Butch together. It's Charles Highwalk that posted that, not Butch. Butch gave it to Charles to post because Butch didn't post anything. He retweeted stuff. He reposted stuff. So it's just bizarre because he has a chapel in Heber City. I don't know if I'm saying it right, guys.
Heber City?
Pardon?
Heber.
Heber. I always say Heber. I don't know why. Heber City. So yeah, I did a whole thing on him a while back. And
And
he's like heavily into law enforcement, heavily into all that. So I don't really want to get in much into him because you know why.
well,
You
okay,
know why.
but Allie, you found a lot of this in the beginning, and then just because it's like been covered once, like I like went back and listened to Rob's thing again, and he says Charlie is now pivoted from Israel. Like he said he went to like the Hamptons or went to some summit, and then he's telling his congregation Charlie is now pivoted. So
Yeah.
we've got to go back. Like
I missed that.
for
Can
the
you
people,
find it?
Yeah, I have it. I have it all. I did a whole like live stream on Charles Highwalk. I can literally send it to you, Wendy. Is it
yes, but
Wendy?
also
Yeah, it's
Allie, it's
Wendy.
okay to like do it again. Like I say, we go over the tomorrow, whatever, show the, because it's like it's kind of new to some people who've not looked into it right away.
Yeah,
He's
I see a lot of things that people have covered and did like long, long investigations on that's coming to the forefront now. And people are like, "Oh, I found this." I'm like, "Oh no, this was we are bringing up stuff from like back from September because it is important to go back and forth, back and forth." I get what you're saying, and people don't even remember the stuff that was posted in October. It's so bizarre. It's
and
so
so we've
bizarre.
almost glossed over how weird Rob McCoy is, honestly.
Oh, he's literally cringe. I don't,
He is
I don't know
sweating
what it.
something.
I mean, that Korea thing I sent when I had no social media, I sent it to Mr. Lecco, and that was like his opening for his YouTube all the time was him taking off that shirt. It was the most hilarious thing.
That poor interpreter. So he's on stage, yeah, and he's got another shirt on. And there's a guy having to interpret everything, and he's like, "Korea need freedom." And then
Yeah.
he
Hey,
I
Jenny,
saw
it's
I
Chris
added
here.
what
I'm
is
trying
it,
to see if I can
Friday
get an
Night
answer
Pony
for you on this because I
magic
think you're
Mike song
right.
to it.
Allegedly, I thought
Well,
it didn't
look
have a
how happy he
timestamp.
is.
He just
It's
whips off the top shirt, yeah.
it's what 17 days after, and he's in Korea.
Yeah, okay.
He's
But Allie,
supposed to
there's
be
another one
retired.
that
Retired.
where they keep okay, there's this other one I wanted to, like, people who know the Bible and all this, like, this is simply because Rob is talking about it. He's talking about Mikey being like the person second to Moses. Moses was like, he talks about that like at his church 4 days after Charlie's death, and he goes, yeah, and Charlie or Mikey would just have to sit in the car all the times, and he said, well, when's it my turn, Dad? And he goes, you just gotta, it'll come. And then he was like, aligning real life to the Bible, but basically like saying and making jokes like Charlie left, Mikey sitting there, but the real person is, he's got a gorgeous smile and like
I
he's
think
prophesying his
Mikey
own
thought he
son.
was going to be the
Something
CEO.
was promised to
I think
Mikey.
Mikey thought he was going to be CEO, and here comes Erica. So I don't know
Yeah,
because
she
they were
ran
really
that for him and his dad. You can't convince me otherwise.
she really prepped him up. Oh my God, the amazing and Mikey McCoy. Everybody's like amazing Mikey McCoy, amazing Mikey McCoy. It looked like it was going to be him or something. He was going to be the next, Charlie Kirk or CEO.
I think he
like,
thought that too. I really do.
yeah. But obviously, it's going to go to
But I
the
think
wife.
that's the manipulation behind it, is they're trying to tie all of this to something biblical in the Bible. Like it was biblical that, there's some people who like, hey, this is a story I'm going to take, but they're also trying to like make it come true, which is
They
really
get
weird.
they try to scapegoat for everything. I can't watch Frank Turk with like everybody when they talk. It's all biblical. You can't talk to a widow.
It's like how they try to justify everything. Like they're personified as like it's legit, but these guys are all criminal. That's the way I come across when they're preaching the story of what happened to Charlie.
Yeah, Frank Turk says something really weird about, and just like Jesus, innocent man had to die, so all of our sins were saved. And this is again Frank Turk's words. He has a very creepy post that he shared, and I was like, when I saw it, I'm like, this is not okay advice. Where somebody asked him, "Hey, I have to go to my family Thanksgiving, and I'm going to be around my uncle who did some not so great things to his daughter. He just got out of prison, so he raped his daughter." And he goes, and I feel like, I mean, I really want to go there and not really talk to him, but I feel like that might be the wrong thing to do. And he goes, well, that's your answer. Because is he a Christian? He was like, I mean, I think so, maybe now. Because, well, he's a brother now. Yes, I've been like, it's one of those that I've been sharing so much, and then people don't pick up on it. But it's like, dude, like that's how. And then he goes, "Well, he's a brother now." It's this whole like the brothers in arms thing. Like,
I
so
have
it's
a video to
almost
share. I don't know if anybody wants to hear it. It's just Jack Hibbs talking about taking his sermon to Iran. I think it's important.
Yes,
And
please.
I did go on Kevin is Human, and we did discuss this because, now we got like Israel and US military joining. Obviously, it hasn't gone completely through yet, but it is important. All these things coming together. And then he posts this video the same time that happened. I think it's important. I thought it was bizarre. So I will play it. Tell me if you can hear. Just give me thumbs up if you can hear it. So it's just his talking about his monumental announcement.
Elizabeth, where's the guys? We need some guys. We have a big announcement. Incredible. You're going to fall off your chair when you hear this, Ron.
Can you guys hear that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I don't know where everybody's at, but at least you young ladies are there. I'd love to see a guy on there. Joanne and Carlene, Denise. Oh my goodness, where are the guys? Felix Martinez, Debbie. Okay, I'm going to make this announcement, and we'll have to populate it somehow. I mean, people will jump on eventually. Here's the deal. Today is July 16th, and we just made history today. It's July 16th, and a few hours ago in Iran and in Uzbekistan, the Real Life Network broadcast our Sunday sermons. They started broadcasting in Farsi, and that is going to be going on now. We are reaching the Iranian Farsi speaking world with our Sunday sermons in Farsi. And this is the upside to AI. The corporation that we're using, it's all tested and vetted. And so the Sunday sermons, they're going out officially today in Iran and in the country of Uzbekistan. And I want you guys to celebrate with us. You guys know I don't talk about money, but I will say this. Thank you. You guys know who you are, who have put your efforts toward the Real Life Network. And those resources went to teaming up with a very high-tech, top-shelf, Christian-owned AI firm that was able to take our sermons and to convert them into Farsi. And so we are just delighted. I'm going to be sending you more technical information. I'll be posting that on the channels and the names of the stations. There's 2 separate stations, by the way. We're broadcasting on both. We're doing everything possible to get the gospel of Jesus out so we can all go up. The sooner we get the job done, the sooner we leave. And so
go up where?
Excited with me, rejoice.
This is absolutely crazy. When I shared this on my live stream,
God.
everybody was shocked. I don't know why no one's talking about this.
So serious question. Where did he say he was going? Because I'm almost wondering if this is something to do with like arming the Kurds or something. Do you know what I mean?
It's all pushing the Judeo-Christian crap everywhere in every single place they can, as you know.
I'm gonna drop
That's
Tyler
what I
in the
feel.
chat saying it.
It's
said
it's
Uzbekistan
in
and Iran.
Iran. Like there is a war there right now. Why are we pushing the Real Jack Life Network, the Christian AI firm, tech, whatever he's talking about right now? He has it in. I think you guys all heard him. I'll post it in the pill in the nest. I think I did. If I
Well, because
didn't,
I mean,
but
well, because I was
it's
going to say that, recently and in the run up to the actual starting of the war, as I understand it, we were working very hard to back channel weapons to Iran to try to arm their protesters and arm remember that the CIA and Mossad both were very much involved in trying to kind of stir up that color revolution, as well as arming the Kurds. Like these were things that were happening certainly in 2025, and then even in the months preceding the war. So I'm just kind of wondering, because I can't. I mean, I don't want to get too graphic here, but it's kind of eerie, and it doesn't make sense unless there potentially could be some ulterior motive. That's why I'm asking about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a slap in the face. If anybody wants to comment or raise your hand, I think I see Gren. Is it?
Hey, hey,
Yes,
Alec,
go
can I
ahead.
just jump in for a sec?
Yes.
Did you say that Jack Hibbs is trying to start up some sort of Christian movement or some sort of
Yes.
church in Iran?
Yes,
Is
and
that is that what?
three different networks.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can comment on that. I know a fair bit about the history of that place, and what I think's going on is the whole thing. They're trying to infiltrate Iran like and trying to, of course, get rid of the regime, right? So I'm not sure if anyone knows this or not, that a lot of Iranians are like they're closing down a lot of mosques over the last 20 years. So a lot of people are moving away from Islam, and actually some people are actually converting to Christianity. And I think they're trying to push that along a bit more. And probably most people don't realize this, but Iranians were never organically Muslim. They were Zoroastrian, right? Which is actually has a lot of parallels to Christianity. So their core ancient religion is actually a lot more aligned with Christianity.
This guy's right. This Rocco guy.
So much so that the Magi, the three wise men that came to
He knows his
pay
stuff.
homage to Jesus, they came from Persia. They came from Iran.
Yes, they did.
They were
Ancient
Zoroastrian
Persia.
priests. So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get more and more Iranians to convert to Christian or Zoro-Christian to try and infiltrate the whole country to try and overthrow the IRGC. So that's what I believe is going on.
Interesting.
That's
Thank
a
you
smart take. That's
for
a
saying
smart
that. I
take by
mean,
that
do
guy.
you feel also that it's a coordinated takeover a little bit allegedly? Like I don't understand why his network would be down there in three different places with AI tech firm, Christianity tech firms like that he was speaking of. He's really explaining how monumental this thing's going to be. So I had no idea that he posted this until I shared it like a couple live streams ago. So there's like a war going on down there right now. There's like, why are we pushing that there? Wouldn't it? Is it a slap in the face? Like, I'm just wondering, like, do they really want that down there? That's my question.
No, and it's all about regime change. They need to, all their attempts in trying to do regime change is going to work.
Through religion, but through religion?
Absolutely, yeah. We got I've been in your space just listening to what you were saying before, and even with I think a lot of people when they talk about say Zionism, they're relating to these are Jewish elites, and that's like it's really even higher up than that. You got to think of they're using the Jewish people to push these agendas. Okay, this is the proof of this is that I think it was back in 1897 when they first had the first meetings, a Zionist meeting in, I think they wanted to do it somewhere in Germany. And the Jewish leaders found this Zionist convention so repugnant and so anti-Semitic, they all petitioned to the German government and got that convention kicked out of Germany. I think they ended up having it somewhere in Switzerland. So this is because I've heard expert rabbis talking about that. No, this is really they would think having a nation state of Israel created is extremely against their religion. It's extremely anti-Judaism. So basically the Jewish people since then have been completely psyoped, just like you've got Zio-Christians. It's basically Judaism as well. So it's got nothing to do with Judaism or Christians. These are all just Freemason, Baal worshipping people. It's all these network of people that have psyoped these religions to meet their own agendas. That's what it's all about.
Wow. My partner just listened to all that and he completely 100% agrees with you. Even regarding the Persian
Yeah, the Zoroastrianism is the ancient religion. It did have a lot more closely linked to Christianity than anything else right now. And since they obviously can't try to force regime change through force because it's literally blowing up in their face, I guess why not try a religious angle? And if you're going to do that, you're going to need to start somehow. So why not start with a Judeo-Christian Zionist AI slop center and try to manipulate people in different languages? It makes a lot of sense to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's it. I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. We don't have to talk about that anymore. It was just something that Jack Hibbs, obviously we know he's affiliated with all this. Butch Hibbs is his brother, so it's something that we can't just push aside. He had this announcement and I just wanted to share it with you guys. We can move on to a different subject, or if anybody else wants to talk. I see Shiloh wants to speak. Go ahead.
Hey, hopefully it's better this time. Does that sound okay?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, good. I fixed it. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to say kind of circles back to maybe an hour or so ago, with the Lance and the furry thing, where I just find it so funny that they call him a furry because he was pictured wearing like what, a onesie one time. But
I noticed. Yeah. Hi,
hi.
Shiloh.
But the alleged medical examiner is allegedly an actual furry. Is that correct? Okay.
Yes. That's interesting.
That's what we heard.
And yeah, well, sorry, keep going.
Well, see,
I got you.
I tried to like start talking about it like a few hours ago, so I'm kind of like circling back and just coming back around, if that makes sense. Um, the other thing that I wanted to mention was with the Apple Watch, which super good find. But I was curious. I think Apple Watch has like the raise to awake. You know, like if you move your arm, you can set that to where like it'll light up. So I didn't know if maybe that was a possibility with that.
Well, he pushed the button. You can see his knuckle and it's her wrist,
Oh.
and he pushes the button. I tried to slow it down because it's a very fast video, but if you watch the whole thing in real time, you can slow it down yourselves, and you can see he pushes it just to touch it to see the time.
Understood.
And he's filming while he's doing it. So I thought that was very bizarre. It's just the vibe. I think it was just to catch the time.
Yeah, definitely. I'll have to rewatch that. I apologize about that. And then the other thing that I'm kind of working on together, and I do apologize, I'm really coming in the back end on to X with this whole thing. So if I bring up things,
No, you were amazing.
you.
Literally.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
keep on.
I feel like I'm working two full-time jobs, but um, the other thing that I kind of mentioned was I'm kind of going back and rewatching things. And when you watch one of the videos where Charlie and Erica talk about meeting each other at Bill's Burgers, um, and then she talks about having, she walks home because she just needs to let it soak in. And she says she walks to like 50th and 5th and 54th and Madison or something like that. Anyway, it made me curious, where in relation to Bill's Burgers was E's apartment. You know what I mean? The bad guy. And it's not super far away, but it's definitely a cab drive away. So I found that interesting, and it is mentioned in the E files that he does go and eat there. Um, yeah.
What?
There's not a whole lot of them, and of course we don't have all of the files, but it is in there. Um, so it just makes me curious because he was not locked up at that time. When
Was he in that? He gets to leave during the day kind
no,
of
this
thing.
was right before like the big prison sentence where like he, headed out of life. Uh, I don't think it was that long before either. I should have pulled up my notes prior to this. I'm so sorry.
That makes okay because she again everything that she does, and I'm like that's a really pointless story to tell her. That's she makes such a big deal on. I've never heard of Bill's Burgers. I've never heard of Bill's Burgers. So I was like, okay, is it just because you're a burger snob, like, or is she really trying to lean in on she does? She's never heard of Bill's Burgers. Like,
I'll be in New York next weekend. I can see how far of a distance that is if you give me the address.
Yeah, so I've got my notes pulled up now. So Bill's let's see. It should be. It's confusing. I didn't really prepare enough for this. Um,
Oh, but also on her Instagram, doesn't she have a couple pictures, Allie, where she shows her address?
yeah, the
Who?
121.
Erica.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, the
It's-
121.
We could send that to Shiloh.
I was also putting that in there too.
Yeah, if you guys send it to me when I'm in New York this week, or not as in tomorrow, but next weekend, I'll be in New York for like 4 days or 5 days. I'll look it up for you guys.
Okay.
Oh, you can go where her old apartment was.
Yeah, I sure can.
I can send that to you.
You've
Well,
got
we're
to
not like
live stream
we're
from
gonna
Bill's
just,
Burgers.
she's taking pictures in front of it, so it's not like a
Right.
huge thing, but she's
Well, she said, but you could see what's in the background. So at least they were. And did anybody else know though that Bill's Burgers was in the e-files?
I heard
No.
about that, but for what? Is there any relevance to anything important?
So
It's pretty big if Erica talked about it enough.
I thought so. Like you can see if you go on like the Jmail, you can see how many people have started. There's only 3 stars, so it doesn't look like it got to be that prevalent in people's minds. And there's really not even that many.
That's a huge post.
But it's on 51st and 5th, the Rockefeller one. And it does talk about him eating there with Leon and Andrew and Hanson.
See, it seems like it was maybe a known place for Epstein, and Erica knew that. That's why she was like overcompensating by saying, "I've never heard of Bill's Burgers before."
Yeah, that makes sense.
So here's one from him in 2010, which it's a long time ago, but still. I'm going to go meet friends at Bill's Burgers at the Rock Center at 1:30. Do you want to stop by and walk back uptown? Now, I'm not that well versed with the city. I've never even been to New York, but she does mention that she leaves from there and walks. Now, it's in the opposite direction of E's apartment. I don't know where she's going, but I did find that a little interesting.
Yes, she walks home to
Mhm.
soak it in one thing, and then another one she calls her
Mhm.
mom.
She soaks it in, she pours it in. Okay.
Oh yeah, right. Absorbs it in,
Mormon
soaks it. I'm
soaking.
also like, what she,
I can also like
come on, she's probably in a
I
limousine.
can also like ask the bellboy at the hotel and things like that, and kind of see how prevalent Bill's Burgers is.
Mhm.
Yes, and then go there and get drunk with a bartender, and then
Oh, Jesus Christ!
and then
Okay, we're gonna
we'll be
whore
like,
me out.
hey.
Got it.
Well, no, but we'll all be on the live. We'll be like, do you want to be famous? Like, we'll be on
Okay,
the
all
live,
right.
and then we'll ask some
Sure,
questions.
sure. I'll let
Okay.
everybody know.
Can you find out if Bill Burgers serve grape soda as well?
Yeah, I sure can.
Or pizza or hot dogs.
Oh wow. Yeah.
How about this? I'll take a picture of the menu just for you, Rocco.
Sorry, we have some hands up.
Thank you guys for letting me speak. again.
Effing something. I can't read the rest.
Oh, thank you, Shiloh. Thank you. I also want to talk later about the furry thing
Grondo, was
because I
that
have
for
an
him,
Alex
Amy?
Clark
Yes, I
connection.
just want to get to some speakers here. You have your hand up, Effings. I can't read your whole name. What is it? Charlie? Effing Charlie or something? Hello? I can't hear you. You go
Yeah,
ahead.
he's got to reset and come back.
Oh, okay.
Drop him to listener.
Do you know him?
No, I'm just can tell that his mic's not working.
Okay, so we can go to Grenda MT.
I don't think you're talking to me, but are you? Maybe it says the white door.
Go ahead.
Okay. I just had an interesting observation. Again, like whoever was speaking earlier, they were talking about like rewatching the content. And on YouTube, I was listening to Sean Ryan and Brian Harpool. And I get that like Owen Benjamin is like, talking about cannibalism and like kind of like it's really out there. I get that for sure. But he actually does say that he could taste his blood. I don't know if anybody caught that.
I just
Yes,
thought
he
about
did.
that.
Yes, he did on the Sean Ryan
Wow.
show.
And there was nothing on his lips, guys. I have a close-up picture,
Yes.
and there's no blood on his lips, no blood on his face, no blood on his hands.
Yeah.
He carries him by his shirt and his pants. He hardly even touches him. I think somebody else is helping pack the wound. So I'm wondering where did all this blood go
Yeah,
on his lips?
Or did he have
well,
to state that? Like, was that, they keep putting these, I don't know, hidden messages, whatever weird shit they're into. I'm not
Yes.
sure, but like, because Owen's like, I want anybody just to tell me that they didn't eat him, and I'm like, they did. I posted it on his on that post because it's like they did tell us actually. We just
Well, I
all,
always thought like Brian was like a fall guy. Do you think
yeah.
he's trying to say something?
I think he is a fall guy. I think you're right. I think he's like, I think he took some money, but I don't think he knows. I think that's the big thing is a lot of the people that they get talked into this or that, and it's all multifunctional, but they don't know the big picture. I think very few do. So that's why they're saying, I'm innocent.
Right.
I
Or
don't know what
they,
you're talking about. You guys are crazy because they're so fearful. But it's like you did
or they're only on one part of
correct.
it. They don't see the whole
Correct.
thing.
See,
Or
now
there's
we're at
something on them
this
and they
stage.
say like, you got to say this thing, and they don't know
We're
what
at
they're
this
saying.
stage now. How important is that old clip of him saying blood on my lips? Like that is kind of important.
not only
Yeah.
Okay.
that, but he
Well, this
also
also,
offered
guys.
his bag that had Charlie's blood on it to Sean Ryan. Remember
Whoa.
Yep. The
Yes.
bloodstained mic. Oh
the
my
bloodstained
God.
bag? He
You
offered it as like a
guys.
gift.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's weird. That's really bizarre.
like a metal.
Maybe
Hey.
we don't know what happens behind scenes. Maybe
That's right.
maybe Sean Ryan took it. Like I don't know.
Well, hold on. Okay, so the white door. The reason I was thinking, I found this today too, and I thought that hit me because I was just trying to make a little video about how to prove back one time that Gary Melton lies, because he calls everybody else a liar. He called Diligent and a liar, and it's like people have to go to the ends of the earth to prove, no, I'm not lying. But no, then I caught him in a direct lie. So his lie is that he, when and Al, you'll know about this
Oh,
too.
I was
is that
there, honey.
When I was
I heard him lie right
okay, when I was
straight to your
with him,
face on a space.
oh, good, I know. But see, the whole point is I knew he was, but I wasn't going to challenge it then because I was just going to make a video.
He's like,
of it
I never
later.
said that.
But he did say, he said though that because I literally read and he says he got sprayed in the face with his blood, but then I'm like, you can look at his hands and he doesn't have blood. It was actually the other guy plugging the wound, right? And then he goes, oh no, there's you never see his other hand in that video.
We see
Oh.
everything unless this is what I'm saying,
but then
Charlotte. Like I feel
I just found a
like they
video of his other hand,
edited
though, and
some
so
of the
they're-
like Charles McClintock
they
edited
were-
some of the
yeah, absolutely
pictures, and I've been saying this since October, and no one is really listening to me. I feel like I know you do, but I mean like the whole crowd, people like we're going by these professional photography pictures where I'm a photographer, and if you work for a company, you got to edit it, you gotta touch it up, and then it's up to the company to put it out. So if Zuma Press put it out, or if he puts out his own, it has to go by the event, and he has to have the go ahead to put it out.
And also, why did Andrew Fauci? He was running up to people to say, I got footage, finding them in the crowd, running up to them. Yet Charles McClintock didn't. The feds never took his footage.
You talking about the cameraman?
Andrew Fauci, yeah.
That
Just
was
to bring
his
it back
first time there,
White Door,
right?
though,
Like, yeah.
Yes, again, the anomaly. But so the White Door, I'll tag you in it because I was gonna at least put together the Gary lie just to show he lied, like because he calls everyone else a liar. He just called someone else a liar and had a total meltdown tonight. But yeah, that's how I caught that. I was like,
I feel like we talked to him once or twice. I did, and I was getting nowhere. Whereas we had the interview with Henry Dells, and he actually, I don't know what is going on in Utah, but they weren't watching any of the footage. So I actually sent it to him before and after our live stream, and he even said on video, he goes, allegedly, he goes, I can't believe this is out there. I haven't seen Terrell take down the SD card. He goes, we were all put in a room, and I was told, first he said, I saw FBI take the SD card. And we were like, how did you see it? Well, somebody told me. Well, you just said you saw it. And then
that's how they prime people. They set the narrative right.
But then
early
he
on.
said in the end of it, he goes, I showed him all this footage, and he goes, well, this makes me feel like TPUSA can be involved somehow, allegedly, he said. So, that's talking to he's the first speaker. If anybody doesn't know who Henry Dells is, he's the first speaker to talk to Charlie, to have that final debate. He's the only one that had a final debate with Charlie, which is like gives me goosebumps. But we interviewed him long time ago. I don't know if you remember that. Charlie's Angels back in like end of October with Mr. Let Go. So that interview, he already did a Paramount Tactical interview. He did a couple other interviews. Then he did ours, and I asked, and Mr. Let Go asked these hard questions, whereas he didn't see these videos. How come he didn't see Terrell taking down? So we showed him in live on live stream. We showed him taking down the SD card. And he didn't said
So
he didn't
imagine if
see
you're
it. He
there
never
and
saw that.
because that's planned by design. So I mean, if you're there, you're really living it, and you literally talk to the FBI, and then people around you say this is the story that would happen. You're gonna leave, and you're gonna
Gonna
believe
leave
that,
that. You're
and then
gonna
you're
go
gonna
with
It
believe
that.
the
creates a false
And
conspiracy theories.
you're gonna go
Yeah,
to bed with that. You're gonna go to bed with all of that because that's you were there.
and you're gonna be defensive against all of us because you're gonna be like, you guys are putting me in that category. I know I didn't do any. I wasn't part of it. You know, that's how
it's really easy
conspiracies
to
work.
insert false memories into people who have been traumatized, and the people that were there were traumatized.
1000%. And if there was
Ugh.
nothing that he didn't want to talk about, I asked him. I go, if anything's sensitive subject and you can't answer, you don't have to answer. But he said he was okay with answering anything that we
Yeah.
discussed. So in the end of it, he had like this, mindset like he never seen. This was very early on, guys. It was like an interview we did long time ago. So this is when the SD card footage came out, and he didn't see it yet. And we did an interview, and he goes, "I never saw that. I never saw." And I go, "So how do you know he gave it to the authorities when you're in a room, stuck in a room, locked up, and you can't go anywhere because they put all those people in a room in the university, locked up, and I guess to talk to them or whatever.
Well, to keep
Like when
them
these
away
things
from seeing and knowing things.
maybe. But he was told by somebody else, like I don't know if it was a teacher or I don't know who it was. He said that they gave the SD. But why would you say that to people in a room? Open up the door and go, "Hey guys, just to let you know, the SD card went to the authorities." Who says that? That's where I went. Why would someone say that to you though? Like, why would you care? I think you would care about, oh my God, I'm in shock. I need to call my parents. I need to get my things. My things are still on the lawn. Why would opening up the door and telling you guys in the room, just so you know, the SD card went to the authorities? I thought that was very weird.
You're right. It's strange.
Absolutely.
These are the things that go in my mind going, that's not adding up. I'm sorry. And that's we were pressuring him. Like these interviews that some of these people go on where you don't ask the right questions. And we asked him all the right questions and we showed him the video and where he in the end said, well, this is not right. And he actually said that. Henry does. It's like this feels so off to me. TPSA has to know something. And there you have it.
Yeah, I think they intentionally kept people in the dark so that they wouldn't have answers, they wouldn't have eyewitnesses. And then when you ask those people who have not been brought in on everything and haven't been read in on what's going on, they're going to be more honest.
Right, because in the beginning he didn't like
Hey,
Candace. He said he goes with the official narrative and he believes he got shot. And then midway through, when we showed him all the evidence, boy, did things change. So when people come on a show to talk, like I'm talking about Henry Dells and, Hunter Kozak, and we show them what we're seeing, us people, because I don't know what they're seeing or if they're traumatized as well and they don't want to relive it and look at it again. So I get that as well. And I told him, we don't have to talk about all that. We don't have to relive it. And he said he was fine talking about anything. So
Yeah, there's
I
something
just want to
about
let you
coming
guys
with
know
open arms,
yeah, he changed his
I
mind
think it's
after.
by
He was
design.
just like, I didn't see this. How do you not see it's all over TikTok? Like that's the point where I'm like, that's where I found Henry was on
Because
TikTok. So
what do you mean? But that's what I'm telling you. Is like this is bringing a lot of people together. I never did X or TikTok before, so there's a lot of people who haven't seen things. So like,
I guess so. He works like all day long. So how
absolutely.
does he look at stuff?
No, I mean, there's I will anybody else around me, like not a single person follows this. So we're like a random crew of people that have connected. Like, so right, they'll go back into their regular life. If I go and I mean, I said something to someone and they're like, oh, but I feel so bad I don't want to judge Erica for grieving wrong. I'm like, okay, can't talk to you about this anymore. I was like, because there's so much more to it, but what am I going to do? Sit her down and like show her all the Erica videos and force it in her face?
Yeah, and what's his name? Caleb just messaged me. The one from.
Chillicothe?
Yes. I had a video.
Dude, but
I had a video posted. I
him
was
and
like, I just asked him, hey, if you ever want to come on a space or talk or, he's the one. I don't know if guys know who that is. When she did the Amfest and he was standing in the background, he had the curly hair, and she goes, Grift.
Mhm.
She said that Grift slip up. She goes, oh, it's been a long day. She said, gift, grift. I don't know what she said. Do you remember?
It was pretty. It was not even a Freudian slip because it was like it was 3 different ones. And then hold on, I'll let America for if I see a hand up, I can't. But
Yeah, he messaged me and he goes, hey, I seen you post a video of Charlie. Can I have that video? And it was way back in my feed. And I go, sure. I said, no problem. And I sent it to him.
No, but you ask him.
Well, there's
Ask him for a video
Pardon?
back. That's right. Ask him for a video back.
like a return video.
No, seriously. Yeah, like not no, but like hey, well then cool. Do you have any more footage? That's how I've gotten some of the new footage recently. I got a lot, which I can post from somebody. But she, again, I was just being sensitive about it because she's like, I just don't want this to be shared with Candace because but now Jeb Jacoby, I don't trust him or Kate Chillicothe. Either. I'm just saying, like, I just don't think that I would put them in a different category than Henry Dells.
Yeah.
And then America, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, me? Okay. So
Hey.
hey, what's up, Allie? It's ADN. My name is kind of long on here, but American Discourse News. I was thinking about with the whole sacrifice Charlie timeline that people have started to put out there. My question is, what happened to all of their clothes with the supposed blood on it that they got from that they when they changed at the hospital? And I was thinking, like, did they use those as burnt sacrifices? Like they like burnt offerings? Because these people are weird. Like I just kept thinking, like, what did they do with this clothing? Is it an evidence? It's not an evidence. I hadn't seen that on the evidence list. I just pulled a comprehensive analysis on this. And where is the clothing from the day of the event? I don't know, just something to throw out there.
Oh, yeah.
The white door, what she had brought up before, was pretty. Honestly, like, of going back to things, guys. Like, I have basically gotten almost all of my stuff from the Brian Harpole Sean Ryan interview. I mean, there's so many nuggets in there; it's not even funny. And it's because I think they're starting to get bad at this. Like, this used to work in the past when there wasn't social media. Like, social media, they would just put it on one news channel. We had no other way to look at it. They'd edit it out. So, but now I've gone back so many times, and it's like, why is he telling this pointless story? If you are the head of security and you want to sound so impressive, then you don't want to sound like, my bungling uncle, great uncle Joe, who can never find his cell phone and drops it in the toilet, right? Like, so why did he tell
And
that
on
story?
Paramount
If he
Tactical
wants to be an
too.
impressive
He was
person,
on.
I was just gonna say
you
that
know,
Paramount
there's
Tactical
always
interview
That was a good one too because there were some
insane.
snippets from there as well.
So yeah, but they're covering for something. They're something that might be coming up, right? Like, and that was all in the beginning. So that was all in the reaction to, in those days of like, they were reacting to public scrutiny about, like, where's the blood or where's this, and so sorry, America.
Well, he was she was
ADS,
talking
what did
about
you just say?
sacrifice and stuff and the burning of the stuff
Oh,
because like he was wearing the white shirt. He's
oh,
never
the
worn a
clothes.
white shirt before. We all know that. It's just
Oh, the men's
yeah, and he's
clothes.
in
Okay,
front of a
but
menorah. Like everybody's talking about that.
okay, so the pointless story they talked about was he told a pointless story. This nice lady, she was so nice. He tried to make it was about humanity. There's humanity. This nice lady, she was kind of dark skinned. I remember her, and she took me in a side room, and then she just washed my face because there was so much blood, and she washed. So I'm like, and then put him in different, like, so to me, I was like, why is he telling this pointless story? I was just thinking, was he administered too? Like, was him and Rick beaten up by Charlie or something that they were administered, like, because otherwise you don't go get put in a room. Is he trying to give a story for maybe why he was taken in? Was he injured?
I wondered the same thing.
Or they had
Yep.
to spill like a certain amount of blood, and that's why they keep bringing it up. Like, why would he say that he could taste the blood? Like, it doesn't make sense. They're maybe messaging.
It
He
squirted in my
said,
face.
Yeah.
it squirted his face. It was on my lips, he said.
Yes,
And
exactly. I
And
just
I
tagged
can
Allie Top
taste it.
Files
That's
in
what
it,
he
by the
said.
way.
and I can take it squirted on me. It was on my lips and I can taste it.
Yep.
You know what he said? Taste the blood. Do you want to go into that? Okay. Rick Cutler. You know, I'm just going to dump it all. Rick Cutler. All of these little like charities. I'm sorry. So he has a
Oh,
charity
taste
and
and
it's
see.
called The Taste.
Yeah.
The Taste. Okay. And on the shirt, it has the Psalm. What is it? Psalms.
Yeah.
I'm going to give
Oh,
it
taste and
a lot of
see.
number.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then Erica did the same.
Okay, no, but it's just called The Taste. And then she posted that 9-9, The Taste. And we know that The Taste is something perverted because
It's actually a
Alex Clark said that
biblical
too about.
it's a
it is biblical, but you've also seen Alex
Yes,
Clark use it
yes,
perverted when she
yes.
was telling Candace to go, how did Putin
Right.
taste? So we know that it has a secondary term. But like, why would I can't think of
But
any
the reason why
security
he
guard.
calls his company The Taste is it's a proverb biblical verse. That's the reason why he calls that the
That's what he
taste.
says. This is
The
the
taste.
reason.
Well, I
Yeah,
know, and he's
that's what he
all in
says
this
is the reason,
mercy
but it's
church, and there's
weird.
so many the backgrounds on him is so shady and stuff.
But if there's no coincidences, then why did he name it that? And then why did Erica post the taste thing 9?
Well,
they
if we
all
can have a
were-
connection between Erica and Rick, that would be lovely. I haven't found one yet.
They both work with trafficking victims.
Well,
Yeah,
but
there
we
you go.
can't say
Yep.
that because we don't have any like people said, we don't have confirmation that Erica Kirk was doing that.
Well, other people do. I also I have the care organization. It's just I haven't been able to put it out yet. But like,
Yeah, we just gotta be
it-
careful because I need like concrete proof that she was actually doing that. You know what I mean? Because you got people like me and other people.
I was under the
we are getting
assumption that there
severely
was.
attacked, and if we don't have this actual proof, she was doing the orphanage in Romania and all that stuff, but
we're only saying we don't know what their
so
groups were
we
doing.
just got to make sure that
Okay? But okay, but like I'm just saying, it's kind of awkward. It's weird. They're also having I mean, they call it themselves. They say we are against sex trafficking. That's what like I can show you these videos, like the care organization. And it's like, okay, but so you're against sex trafficking and you guys are fighting against it, but then you have a masked gala of all these to bring in money, and then they're like betting on people or like throwing up numbers. And I was like, how this is everything that we're trying if we really care about
we can
teaching
go
people how to get away
like
from
allegedly
trafficking.
say art, right? The like art. I am an artist myself. I paint. I don't make any money from it. Now, how do we sell art? Now, what does Trump do? Allegedly. I'm not saying this is true. Like he's auctioning off, that girl, that Vanessa girl did that painting of Jesus at, the New Year's Eve ball in the White House, right? You guys remember that? She's painting Jesus.
Yeah.
She works solely with Erica Kirk for the vigil of Charlie and all those paintings of Charlie, and one got sold for $1 million. I did a whole thing on the paintings and how it gets sold and Etsy and all that stuff. It's this whole art stuff is another laundering kind of allegedly kind of thing that's going on. But so when Trump is there going,
Like
I'm
Wayfair.
gonna bid this painting for $3 million in what are we really buying? And then we got somebody from
Hey,
Egypt
Allie, get
buying
crumbs.
that. We got somebody that came over there and is buying it. What comes with that painting? Allegedly. I'm not saying anything does, but I'm just saying sometimes this art world, because I'm in it. I paint. We don't get money for art.
Or
to stick a banana
or
on the
somebody
wall
decides
and put a
it's
piece
worth-
of tape
it's
on it and sell
amazing.
it for $1 million, and that gets.
Hey, Allie, Get Crunked has a message for you. And
Oh
you're
yeah,
gonna let-
is she here? You should come talk. Get crunked.
Well, I'm gonna tell you exactly. He said or is it a he? She. But they said here's your connection. Okay, so Brett Ballard is the connection between Erica Kirk and the charity.
And you know that Vanessa is connected with Erica. She does the paintings and all that stuff, and she goes to the White House and she was at the last auction for all the artwork and shit.
Who's Vanessa?
Vanessa? You don't know who Vanessa is? I'll send you in the link. She did the
Send it to
painting.
me
She did
too.
the famous painting of the Jesus at New Year's Eve at the White House. And she did the vigils, all the vigils, and she paints like lions and Jesus and stuff like that. She did all the vigils for Charlie Kirk. She'll paint live in front of you. Does anybody give me a thumbs up if everybody knows who Vanessa is? I will.
Oh, the live
Yeah,
painter.
the live
Okay, okay.
painter. Yeah.
Okay. Allie, look in the I just put it in the nest.
I don't see
Brenda
it.
MT, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I heard about the underground stuff. Like that was way back in October. It's like the thing is with Rick Cutler, nobody wants to talk about it. So I've tried. I've reached out to many YouTubers and they've all said no. So that's where I'm at with.
Okay, but you got a group
Well,
here.
well,
of
that's
everything to
where
talk
I'm
about,
at.
So
Sure. I'm just telling you, I have a lot of information, but nobody wants to do it. Why? I am not going to do it by myself because I'm not going to do that.
okay, let's talk. Well, then let's go on it.
Well,
Let's.
it's
What does that
well,
mean? If
you tell
connection
me
is
what it means. If big YouTubers don't want to do it, what does that tell you? What does that tell you?
Well, we got a space right now where we can go
With
forward. So connection is Operation
sure.
Underground.
With who?
Right
With
now,
who?
Operation Underground Railroad and Tim
I
Ballard.
need at least 6 big YouTubers to back me up on this. I'm not going to do that by myself.
You don't have to take it on YouTube. We can talk about it now.
Why? I'm not going to be on recording for anything. Like seriously, you know.
Okay, while you're figuring that out, Granada MT, you've got your hand raised. Did you want to speak or not? I'm guessing not.
It says listener to me, so maybe he needs to come up again.
Did ADN want to say something or Granda?
Well, I do have a question because this has kind of gone all over the place. But Allie, you said the taste, and I could not find the proverbs you were referencing. Do you know what that one was, so I can look into that? Because
Yeah,
things
I can. Yeah, I can send it.
I think it's a
I can send
psalm.
it to you. I can send it to you.
Because when we think about these meanings, and you know this, Allie, we've talked about this a lot. Depending on what religion you are, and even what sect you are in certain Christianities or in another religion, those things can mean different things to different audiences. And so when you're looking at symbolism, it's important to figure out what would this mean to those people at that time or during our time. Like, because we're deducing that it could mean something evil, and I kind of want to vet it, right? Like saying like the taste could refer to them tasting Charlie's blood, kind of sick, right? But
The taste is based on Palm 34:8. I put Christian in quotes. So Psalm 34:8.
Okay,
I just put it. I'm posting it in the nest right now.
Thank you so much. And
Psalm,
it
okay.
is, like Erica Kirk did say something on, like, that is true. Now we can just say it's just like, oh, it's just a coincidence, or I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, but it is very weird. I have to say that's a good find, Charlotte. I just don't know. And does he do that anymore? Is that thing not relevant anymore? That the taste? I don't think he does it anymore. I don't know if anybody knows.
I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of things, when it comes to all of the, I mean, if their words, nothing is by coincidence. That's where again I was going to make a video. So nothing is by coincidence. So I was like, okay, so he's going to show Rick Cutler talking about his thing. The shirt is very clear. It's named The Taste, and he says it's because he pulled up somewhere in Texas, and what they're doing, their organization helps feed the homeless, and it shows him, walking up to like a black guy and giving him a meal. Okay, that's great. But then, and then Erica posted, "Oh, Taste NC on 9/9," and then even OK Magazine is like picking up on. They're picking up on this of like all the things that we like. There's an OK Magazine that was on to all the things we were, and we weren't supposed to say it, right? So it's going to be like, okay, well, OK Magazine wasn't afraid to share it, but so it's in. I think I tried to put it up in the thing. All right, so right, it's very clear. It's The Taste, and it's Psalm whatever. and it's just, there's that one. But also, the other thing, Andrew Colbert has one too. That's something I guess I think Candace and Baron know. I've tipped in a million times, but there's probably a reason they're holding on
Wait,
that.
what does Andrew
not
Colvat
quite
have?
yet.
Can you explain that?
He's part of a of one of these same things. What do you call them? These missions, or something when he went to Nairobi, Kenya. I can send it to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I
please
don't
do.
think he does the taste anymore. Like he's so I have like
Okay, so does that
information
mean
what
it's
he's
nothing
doing
then?
now, but like this is a while ago, the taste.
But that doesn't discredit it. Like,
I know, but what are you trying to correlate,
You're
Erica,
right.
and
You're right,
this and
Charlie.
the biblical verse? Like, what does it mean? What's the meaning to you on 9:10? What are you trying to get at for that? Is what I'm trying to say.
can someone else interpret it for me,
I
Wendy?
think they're signaling something. It's something.
Yeah, they're
right?
signaling it.
Yeah.
They're signaling something, and
Right.
For 9:10.
yeah, and with all the
Yes.
coincidences with the taste and everything else, it just appears that it could possibly be. We're not saying that it is,
Yeah.
but something to do with trafficking. And I think other people are starting to pick up on this, like Charlie said. OK Magazine is picking up on it. All right, so I mean, there's a lot of people that aren't afraid to. There's people that are afraid to, but they're in the YouTube world and they can't get interviews if they don't
Exactly.
kiss their ass enough.
I mean, I have like that stuff, and nobody wants to talk about the human traffic lights. So it's very hard subject to talk about. And I know like he's been a hot topic on that. So where do you go with it? You can't find him anywhere. Like
I mean,
Rick Cutler.
sometimes you just, and I'm not telling you what to do,
you
Allie, because I
can.
don't know what your aspirations are or what you want to do with what you're doing. But I mean, sometimes you just got to be the person, Charlie, or somebody who says, this is what I think is going on. And I can't necessarily back this up, but here's a weird coincidence, and at least
True.
people have a way to look into it to maybe corroborate that information. It's not just YouTubers that will have that information.
Well, I also look at YouTubers and what they're speaking about, the bigger ones, and how they will just push Rick Cutler aside. And where I want to talk about him, just like Charlotte's talking about, she doesn't have that. I don't think you're doing YouTube, right, Charlotte? I don't know if you are, but
I have one. I'm not trying. I'm not that good at. That's a whole world on this thing that I mean, I've already gotten flagged like 5 times for my videos. So
yeah. So like, if we talk about Rick Cutler,
just
we're
don't-
probably going to get striked. That is the issue, probably speaking regarding Rick Cutler. So, and it's very hard to find him. I did a lot of work with Lindsay and Wisha. Like we looked up him, and our phones were getting hacked and shit, and we had to like, I had to use a different phone to just touch a link, and he was like associated with he did an A&E thing on SWAT, but just to get the write up of that was really hard. I think Wisha's here; she can even speak of it. Like we couldn't even touch the link because like I think he's being swiped from the literal internet. And the question is why? But the question is why?
Is it somebody that Sean Ryan might know that he might be willing to give more information? I mean, he's really come out that he's totally against this stuff, and he's trying to take his show into a whole new direction and like protecting children and that type of thing, and then the Christian route. I mean, I just wonder if any
But
of us have a
like
connection
a
to pick
lot
his
of us
brain.
people that these us in that are going out there and putting information out there, we're getting doxxed and we're getting attacked, right? So I can put it out there, but like, what else is going to happen to me?
I get it.
Well, you don't have to put it out there. I think we're using this space just to like just learn. Like we're not asking you if we say it to make you like validate it. Like,
Right.
you
But
don't
if
to
I
put
have
your
information and
files
I
there.
want to do something, how do I do it? I would want at least 3 big YouTubers behind my back.
100%. And I'm saying that if you want somebody behind your back, Sean Ryan might be somebody to reach out to.
Oh, that's a good.
Or just and how are they going to know what we're talking? So like, let's let this space like go to those places and then share the space, like because it's not your YouTube channel. Like that's the thing is they can't really like strike you on here.
Well, no, but it is a recorded space as well, right?
It is recorded. It is recorded.
Does anybody else want to talk? I don't see any
I was just going to mention that Sean Ryan, isn't he connected to Tim Ballard through that Joel Rogan kind of world? I feel like that's, I would agree with you that that would be a good resource, but I don't, and I know he's standing up right now, but I don't know that, because I think they're buddies.
I don't know. Like I don't know him personally, so I can't speak to that. I'm just saying from the vibes that I've gotten from him lately. That's all I'm saying.
Right, right. Yeah, no, for sure. I got it.
Well, Allie, what if Artifacts comes on your channel with us tomorrow?
Pardon?
What about like what if Artifacts like? 'Cause the thing is, I think that you found so much in the
I would love to
beginning.
talk to him, but
and
like I
then
remember when we first
I know.
started,
Hold up.
he said he didn't want to do anything, and now he's doing
I know.
stuff. So it would be a good opportunity to speak to him now.
Okay, right. So kind of what I'm like reflecting back to you is that like I think that a lot like yeah, you honestly like now they're still recycling back to the electrocution theory, and you were very sure about that very early on. So there's a part of you that's like, well, they're gonna shut me down and tell me it's nothing. But what you have going for you that nobody else, none of these other bigger channels do, is the hilarious, like you've got a community and the hilarious call-ins. Like everybody, like when you go on, I'm like, I want to jump in right away. And like so I think you don't have to put it out right there right now, but I think you'll get there. Like, if that makes sense. Like
Right. And I feel like Rick Cutler has a lot to do with this. And I just need, other people to back me up. And if like other people are not backing me up and saying he's nothing, like big YouTubers, I have an issue with that because he's something. For me, he's been something since day one. And for anybody to tell me otherwise is just not, they don't have the vibe. They don't have the vibe that I have.
Is Celine Ann in here? She's got tons of stuff to send you.
Oh, I've talked to her. They just don't have the vibe. I really know like
Okay, so can you be the leader again? Just like you went out before and now you're like solid and you've already like you got in
I'm gonna get Sean Campbell to come attack me again.
Well, did it destroy you?
No, I don't
Also,
really care. I
if
don't really
they get
care because he's just
right, if
making
they get all
stuff
the
up.
worst
He's just
attacks
making
out,
stuff up about me, but just posting pictures of my life and my family. And even ADN putting coordinates where she lives. I think that's a little bit much. People are doing really
it is, but it's gonna happen. But also like they can get like they're throwing their worst, like those are their highest like cards they can throw out. You know what I mean? So they've already done the worst. Who cares? Like from then on, it's like, haha, nice try.
I just like for me, I would like, at least one or two to back me up. And I've already asked 2 big YouTubers and they will not talk about Rick Cutler. And you just tell me why. Why won't they?
Actually, that's actually a good question.
Why?
Why?
It's the why. Maybe it's because the YouTube won't allow it. I really don't know.
Well, he's really big in Texas, Irving, Texas. Apparently, like I don't know. So I don't know about all the West out there, but like, I mean, because there's I guess certain places here on Spaces, certain people don't want to talk about certain other people. So I don't know. What about Anna? Anna Escobar might.
Yeah, she gives no fucks. Apparently, it seems like.
She's pretty brave.
Yeah.
Hi, Uncle Tom.
Hello. What's happening? I was just I've been in web this whole time, just playing around. I don't know if you guys use web, but if you have any question, do you want access to 1.4 million FBI files? FBI.
Is that Ian's
It
thing?
is, yes.
Yes, I do. But I just also like how can you we do a training of how to use it and how to look
Actually, I was
search?
just doing that. I was actually just
Damn.
I
Okay.
was just doing a recording of how to connect data sets and all that.
Okay, is Bill's Burgers in there?
No, but if you have sources, PDFs, Substacks, people, even transcripts of people you trust talking about it, you can load it in there. So you can upload and use it as a data set, search through it.
It's a reverse. It's not the Wayback Machine. It's more.
No, I could tell you
compare
what's
it to
loaded in there. It's like there's COVID, there's JFK files, there's Kirk case files, there's chemical plant let's see, 9/11 FOIA stuff, fossil fuel climate stuff, cold cases.
Chemtrails.
Yeah, that'd be under climate, I'm sure. So there's quite a bit in there. I'm sure it's
What
only going to get
what about
better.
cold cases? And some in cases that are like still iffy.
Say that again.
So is there some things on true crime cases? Like, does it have the West Memphis 3 in there?
So it has cold cases, but I don't know if that would be included. It looks like it's 4,600 pages. So, 200, yeah.
Okay, send me that link.
No, it's not a link that I can send you. It's you would be on the platform itself. So I had to subscribe to the platform itself, the AI model, to be able to use these particular data sets.
Okay, I feel like my grandma on Facebook. I'll learn it.
Yeah. So I could DM you definitely a video of just kind of showing how.
Okay, everybody, what did you think of that? Tell me, everybody. I'm just gonna actually stop for now because it's been like, wow, we're almost going 3 hours here. So I'm trying, guys. Yeah, I'm trusting my gut. I'm just gonna bring up some comments here. You guys are amazing. The space is still going. I just want to talk to you guys. So, does that make any sense? Because Anna's amazing. I just gotta tell you, she's the sweetest person ever. If you want to keep watching the space, you can. Okay, I'm going to bring up the comments on the stage. Thank you. Yeah, I just don't want to say a lot of stuff on there because it's like, also I'm just streaming it on my YouTube as well, so I just don't want to get sidetracked because some people they go into spaces and they sidetrack you. So I don't want to do that. Because I've already voiced why I don't want to talk about Rick unless I have backup. And that's my opinion on that. Because people don't understand how dangerous this really is. How really dangerous this is. It's not a joke. Thank you. I was trying to explain it. Well, just say it. No, I'm not going to say it on a space. I'm not doing that. Let me. I don't know if Chris already showed all these. But I will. Thank you, Critter KC, for 1 gifted Alley Top membership. Thank you so much for that. Critter KC again. You are on fire tonight. Woohoo! Thank you. Debbie's in the house. I haven't seen you in a while, in a heartbeat. Hope you're doing okay. Wow, I can't believe it's been this long. I love. Thank you for that. Critter KC, I love the Chris drop-ins. Yeah, he's been doing that while I'm like trying to talk. So thank you for that. And new member. Oh, I think I seen you on the space. Thank you so much. I think he was on the space actually. And we got Melissa Davis, 4674. Thank you so much for the 2 jewels, Silver Star. And Jenny P8020. About 30 minutes behind regarding the time, 12:23. Thought Fed Slop video had no timestamp. If so, did Jack Posobiec, was he lying about watching the countdown? I don't know. Did you see him smile? Please rewatch that video. I posted it on my X. Like, guys, watch it. It is so bizarre. I'll bring it up tomorrow. I'm going to do a Pastor Sunday live stream. I have a couple videos to come out too. I can talk about that. There's a whole bunch of things I'm going to talk about. So interesting. It is a Fed slop. Like the whole him coming out of the courtroom was Fed slop. So yeah, I agree. I completely agree. So, I'm going to read some comments. Cool. Well, you're a gal. It's normal to be off guard. Well, yeah. I don't want to answer stuff because I'm streaming this. So I know also they probably don't, all of them don't know. They just came in. They don't know I'm streaming it too. So I don't want to talk about things that are, you know, inappropriate to talk about. So I really appreciate all of you guys. Look at the girl next to Rick Cutler. Yes. Is she with him? Is she like a friend? It feels like they've talked and they know each other, but then they're like distant when it's happening. So weird. Yeah, she's holding her phone weird too. Like her wrist looks like weird, and she's just like the vibe. She's weird. And who is she? Have we ever identified her? I don't think so. Stay true to your instinct and Holy Spirit. Thank you. Thank you guys for showing up here today too. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to like help Anna co-host this today. It wasn't my space, it was Wendy's, so well, I don't know if she's sus. She's just she's like she has a lot of information and she's all over the place. She doesn't have YouTube, and we got to watch what we really say and be sensitive to both ends here. Like, we really don't know what happened, and I don't want to accuse anybody of anything because I don't know. Unless I have like a lot of evidence, then I'll be like, yeah, I'll go to Sean Ryan, but I don't have that. So, and I don't know when this comment was. What time is it? That was at 10. Okay, so thank you, ADN. Transcript on what? Hold on. I found a video of Rick Cutler. Chris sent on our chat. Don't want Allie to miss it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm like in the space, but if they're like calling me up, I'm literally in my YouTube right now and talking to you guys. So, hint, use DuckDuckGo. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Guys, like, what do you guys think of the time? Like the watch thing? Oh, I'll bring that up tomorrow on my Pastor Sunday. I thought that was so freaking weird that I saw that. And Google blocks many things. Yeah. Who owns Google, ADN? Everything's getting blocked now. Yes, DuckDuckGo is a must. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit of this space. I'm going to have a juicy space for you guys, like for the guy that actually doxed me. I have all the juicy deets. I have so many actual spaces all collaborated into one. I worked very hard on it. So I'll be posting that. Well, I'll be going live on that tomorrow. And I also want to do like the Stu Peters things. I haven't even washed myself yet. So I will probably do those two tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to be doing a Pastor Sunday tomorrow. I'm probably going to do 2 lives tomorrow and a membership. Hey, maybe I can do a 3-banger. 1, 2, 3. I'll try. I'm going to be doing the X live space. I'm going to do a little video. Maybe I'll do a video of what I found, and then I'm going to do a members live. Does that sound good? Or I can do a members live on Monday. Rick Cutler in the Ryan interview threatened people who spread What do you mean? I haven't heard about Rick Cutler at all. I haven't heard him speak once. I haven't heard him speak ever.
He was just supposed to be an extra, and he did it voluntarily. Like he was an extra security, is from what I heard. But the reason is why. They had enough like Utah special agents in the crowd. Why they need Rick Cutler? Rick Cutler wasn't even looking at like the crowd. He was looking at him. He wasn't looking at anybody else but Charlie Kirk. So how much of a security is that? And you're behind a fence. I mean, shouldn't you be closer to the talent? If you want to actually, like, let's say somebody jumps from the side to go attack him across the table, like that Superman guy that just jumped over and somebody could have did that to Charlie, right? Well, Rick Cutler's behind a fence. Shouldn't he be over the fence? Like that's where all the other security guards were. So like I thought that was bizarre. And he's not, he's like looking at him. That's not really security. And like you should be looking everywhere. You should be looking out. You should be looking at the roofs. You should be looking at the crowd. So that's for me, that the vibe is off from day one with him. And the freaking thing he's holding in his arm. Obviously, the motion he does on his shirt or whatever. Everything is off, like where he was. And I helped Baron with this, Baron Coleman, because I had a picture of him posted from October 6th in Fairy Lake. And then Baron Coleman found Butch in Fairy Lake at the same time. It's all bizarre. October 6th, 7th. What are you guys doing at the same place at the same time? The vibe, right? And like that's kind of things like I would need other YouTubers to back me up if they don't want to talk about it. So they'll minimally talk about it, like very, very vaguely. But yeah, that's that. YouTube kicked me off as soon as I posted that. Really? Sorry, my Alexa just went off because I said something with an A. Military's protected, so yep, they are. Military has special PSYOP program. Now they're advertising for. Wow. YouTube video retiring Iron. Yep, I know. Yep, I did a whole thing on him. It's in my members live. My members only. Sorry. My Rick Cutler stuff. So if you guys want to check that out, you can go check it out. And it's not monetized or anything. I don't want to make money off that. I just put it in my members only. I were working on him for a while. I have all the information on him. So, yep, the Guatemala stuff and helping children. And I know. He even did like fake scenarios, helping with that. He was SWAT sniper. He has a lot of military. He has a whole lot of stuff. A lot of background. But I've never seen him at a Prove Me Wrong event. Never in my life. But if you have, let me know. Because I haven't. And I looked at almost all the Prove Me Wrong that Charlie has done. I have never seen Rick Cutler there. Ever. I think he is Judeo-Christian and he's pro whatever. That is my vibe. Okay? It's in my members only. If you become a member, you can see it. It's hard to talk about him on a live. It really is. So I'm not going to bring up video or pictures. If everybody understands, thank you for understanding. Thank you. You can go to my members live. It's there. Some of the stuff he's done. I think I have the taste there. Yeah. But this is it for my life. If you guys want to go back to X and go watch the rest of it, you can. I'm listening to you both. You don't have to. Thank you so much. Did I read everybody's super chats? If I didn't, let me know. Because I'm going to probably end this because I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow on a different X space. And what am I doing?
I can do that, and I can do members and just scratch the Pastor Sunday for now. It's up to you guys. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Oh, maybe I'll do this. I'll do like I'll start a live, I'll show the stuff that I found, and then I'll show the space, and I'll end it off with that. And then I can do a members live later on that night. Like at oh, my wrist just cracked. Did you guys hear that? Oh, I'll do a member. So I'll start like at oh, Baron goes live on Sundays. I'll start at 3. And then I'll do that. And then later on at night at 10 o'clock, because it's for adults only, I will do members only. And our members only is fun. We laugh. We laugh a lot because that's what we do. If you guys don't know us by now, we have open mic. So all of you can come up and talk, and we laugh our butts off. We talk about everything. It's a place for my members to come and talk to me. And I put the link in the chat, and anybody can come up, and I give that space to them. So with that, I think I'm going to end the stream, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to try to we are low energy tonight. Oh, I mean, I'm so tired. My cat, I had to take her to the vet. And so I had 4 cats. I have 2 Bombays, a Calico, and I have a Maine Coon. So I lost one of my Bombays, my black cat, and it was so heartbreaking, and I'm still not over it. And it's brother and sister, and now my girl cat, Junie, her leg is her back leg is going. She is 20 years old, guys. And then my Maine Coon, which I brought her on the show a couple times, her eye is not good. She is 19. She's going to be 20 next month. So both those 2 cats are 20, and my Calico's 8 years old in September. 2 cats sick at once, I can't handle. So it's been a lot for my Saturday. Not a good day to start. I've been at the vet in the morning, so she's doing okay. She's on antibiotics. But then when I came home with my Maine Coon, Malibu, I brought her up on stage before. I put her in the bed when I came home, and then I saw my Bombay cat, Junie. She's limping. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What is wrong with my other cat now? So they're getting old, and yeah, we're all gonna get there one day. Her back legs are going. I've had German Shepherds all my life, and the first thing that goes is the back legs. So that's what happened to my other cat that I had to put down, and his back legs went, and his kidneys. So I'm just happy that I'm having these cats for like 20 years. Like, who can say that? Who can say you have an animal for that long, a cat? So I am glad. I'm going to go back into the chat if you guys want to go. I am. Oh, I just want to listen. Another time I'll chime in. Yeah, no problem. You can come tomorrow. Which chick is suspicious? Which chick? I mean, yeah, like I'm not gonna like tell somebody for me to tell something, because I can't. I'm not gonna do that. She doesn't know I'm streaming this though, so like X Space is kind of different than YouTube, but I don't know who you're talking about. But anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for even joining today. I'm going to do a stream tomorrow, 2 of them, and I hope to see you there. Christ is King. Keep fighting for Charlie and say Jesus' name. I hope to see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you have a great night.
I love you all, my flamingo mafias. Bye for now.